Yes, thank you very much, Liz. And the desk, YFT versus Evil Genius Academy here. Yeah, two different looks. Double duelist versus heavy information gathering on the other side as we load on in. And yeah, give me your initial thoughts, your initial takes here, Zerby, about this match.
Yeah, I mean, composition isn't where the differences between these two teams end, right? For Evil Genius's Academy, I think Roy put it perfectly, and even Effie's in the previous match interview. Like, this was a team that got off to a rough start because they needed time. Now that they've had it, now that they've had the past 2 weeks, there's no room left for excuses when it is, again, either a promotion match next up or an elimination match up next, depending on the course of this event. And YFT on the other end, they have no system that you have to acclimate to. They have no IGL, right? It is just chaos incarnate with the frag power behind it that EG Academy needs to navigate with the ground running, considering it's YFT's map pick.
EG starting off on the attack first. A lot of players just towards B. Not even using any util to get some information there while the dart ends up hitting a backside. That's a lot of blind players. In fact, it's YFT take the first couple of kills. Now a 3-on-3. Spike's going to get tapped on the floor as Moobs tries to go for a plant. A very fast and furious pistol round. Recoil picking up Ziff. Now it's up to Moobs to try and stay alive. As unfortunately, does end up going down. Jakey with a 7 HP. A backside is not going to have any backup here thanks to this wall.
Didn't go fast enough. The Ryoko gets jumped down, gets his forward scale, and Jakey.
Last player standing.
Oh, heads up play by Stallion there too. And now, unfortunately, you're just... Whoa. Okay, hang on a second here. I panicked a little bit. The defuse will end up coming through. Yeah, the Cove especially covering the player that's trying to defuse as well. I'm like, okay, well, if he 90-degree turns and headshots you, this could be a very different round. But it's YFT taking pistol. No need to panic.
Yeah, the Death mentioned it. You gotta learn how to navigate these double wall comps, and not gonna have players play off site is that first box to check, probably as much as AG Academy might like to. And at first, I liked how they played around it, right? Recoil protects the spike plant, even with that close orb that YFT was playing, and it seemed like it was going to stabilize, but I think Recoil stayed outside a bit too long. And then obviously corner not clear. The 2v1 goes the way of YFT. So pistols on the board. Gonna have a half commit to this force buy as well out of EG Academy, the double stinger. See if they can put some extra energy into the site take, which looks pretty uncontested from YFT aside from the Stallion spray down.
Just got to reach in armor, so we'll be getting that back in just a moment. But EG getting another plant down.
Very forward too. B-Dog sitting outside of Orange.
Yeah, going to try and molly to make some space. Moves lurking in mid. Diffs. Going to check it. It's going to deep check. Oh, sees the barrel of the gun. Oh, no, but Moves still wins that duel. Oh, dearie me. It's all falling apart for YFT. Even B-Dog on Orange manages to pick up a kill. But now they can surge on forward. Time's ticking. As Darkest gets full blinded. Straight in front of like 2 players. Make it 3. Darkest saves the round for EG. Just straight up handed those kills on a silver platter.
I was just trying to figure out what happened if you're Atlas. Like, I don't remember a wall being here on the Breeze mini-map. Just kind of walk forward while Darkest is full stunned, and then wham, bam, bam. I would hate to see Darkest with a Bulldog, or sorry, a Bandit after the buff, if that's what it entails. A 52nd round for Evil Genius Academy. And it was everything coming to a head, right? Those unfortunate whiff from Ziff that Moves able to find, maintains that mid-pressure, the timing that B-Dog was able to achieve Orange, and then Darkest obviously just anchoring in front and center through the flash. Fire and the flames, and all in all, now it's like anything goes for YFT. Triple walk down mid, double walk down mid, why not?
Gotta watch their backside. They're gonna backstab, they're not careful. EG, same kind of idea, but they're going through elbow. How deep again do they check this mid? Oh, Alice is gonna go down. Ziff knows there's players encroaching. Classic right clicks are good enough for a kill onto Darkest, but still gets traded. Whoa, that teleport was a little dangerous. You can even call it a little bit muddy. As EG end up getting another spike plant.
Last player standing.
Not even gonna be a retake effort here, right? Classic to your name, position revealed. Worldcup's not even taking the risk, just waiting it out. Waiting for some ping pong action between Jakey.
Even throwing shock darts.
Oh,
Respect is high, and maybe it should have been a little bit higher. Davey still wins that kill with a classic. Some of these skills. You're a little funny.
And Moves doesn't get the Bulldog. All right. I don't know. I didn't expect them maybe to be bonusing to the 4th anyways, but would have been a nice choice for Moves. Oh, maybe he is saving up for like little like. Okay, I was gonna say let's not bonus that. But all in all, I mean, the Darkest 3K is gonna come out now. Hopefully, to shut down this buy round from YFT with those Seekers in tow. So that's gonna be a great adjustment as well to try and keep the lead they've now established after winning the second round. Thrifty, and that's where things will get a bit dicey for YFT if they don't convert here. And it's pretty straightforward. Flash in, scale in. The Sova anchor revealed.
We're going to send the dog as well. Information gain very strong from EG. Well, I mean, they've been repelled, at least for now.
Yeah, regroup towards mid. Regroup into a stronger split attempt. Maybe can dog moves in. Drone moves in. Works the same way.
Yeah, another bit of action. More like intimidation tactic, it feels like at the moment from EG. Sending all this util in towards the A site. Spike still in mid, and actually Seekers deployed. 3 of them going through the double doors. All of them getting instantly destroyed as well. Heaven for Atlas.
Bad timing.
This is an insane timing here for YFT. And I'm getting a couple of kills, so now it's a 4-on-3. With the EG on the back foot without really any space on either side. A, completely barren for them. Jakey trying to get backside now, or side. Zip does end up getting blinded, but YFT shutting that down. And with 25 seconds to go, they've got to make their mine up. B-Dogs are going to go in. 1 HP, slowly going to get regened. Shuts down Muddy, of course, as the wall ends up coming in and separates the Spike.
Prevent Zip from preventing the spike plant, but not Sally getting the kill. Recoil on the cross now. Let's look for kills instead of the plant. There's 7 seconds.
7 seconds he has to go for 7 right now, and that wall is going to come down and delivers Zip another kill. Recoil falls 2-2 so far as YFT take that one.
Yeah, got a little dicey with that dark cover fading, and maybe a red herring coming from the Seekers as well, since Atlas was top nest instead of A side already when they were invested. So double knit columns can even get tripped up, I guess, with false information, to say the least. But we mentioned that being a must-win for YFT, or they would run the risk of EG Academy snowballing this first half on their own map pick. So all is well, all is right. We're finally stabilizing outside of that second round eco that was lost, and that shows from the regen shields and the Guardians now littering the EG buy. And we'll see what they can do. They're going again, just deathball-y, leaning into the duelists.
Yeah, they're trying to get Alice in a position where he can do damage, but Hunter's Fury finishes off that run it back. B-Dog still on the site. In fact, the rest of EGR as well. And moves. Got the flank, got the mid.
YFT are still in ready to reflood.
Under wraps. Alice is already dead though. Stallion's going to walk straight into this. Move picks up another kill.
Wow.
Oh, it's only this over left. I mean, a double kill is nice. Can you get some more? EG with another spike plant. And 2 of EG players are playing offside. They're just going to play high-low in window. And I don't think there's anything Davey can do. He's just going to end up backing off.
Why he's flanking, he knows they're playing for that ult. Or sorry, for the shocks, I should say. And that's why there's bodyguard action happening. Moves on the high-low. This would be a tall task to dismantle. Yeah. There's the call to save, finally.
Yeah, it's goes on Hunter's Fury to... straight into moves. All right, okay, well.
Expecting hunting, I guess.
Maybe retreat out of the site and then catch them on the little rotate there, but yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunate from Atlas. I mean, it ended up popping, run it back, tried to get on site, and immediately the Hunter's Fury sent down the straight. Yeah, and then the duelists follow it up. It couldn't even get a flash kill off.
More impressed with the kill B-Dog found through that chaos. And I was impressed that YFT did take that space arches and a deeper into wall immediately, but I don't know when the tide shifted and EG Academy just started mowing them down through it anyways. And that was before moves got the rotate kill as well, so YFT may be moving things a little bit too quickly on some of those retakes. We'll see how they scale it back, but for now, back on the eco. Money one off from the blades. Maybe because why EG are playing this a bit slower. Maybe expected an early fight to try and capitalize off that fact, but not coming. Instead, it's after lack of contact, the numbers shifting to an A-side stack that we now know is incorrect. The doggle verified, the flash not connecting. It's all down to Atlas.
Yeah, he's only got 1 flash remaining too, and they've already managed to steamroll over the site.
Ooh.
He stopped moves his tracks, but Darkest quickly felling the Phoenix. as Jakey picks up another kill. So 3 players on the side again. EG, these site hits are so quick. It's struggle for YFT to actually react, and Jakey's got yet another one. Obviously, the weaponry isn't there, of course, so a little unfortunate, but still. Case kind of made here for EG. They want to just slam sites over and over and over again. It's up to YFT to try and react.
Yeah, B-Dog looked like he was going on a stroll on the entry, right? Just like little hop step and a jump into a round number 4. And even after whiffing the plays, gets the classic kill to cap it off. But yeah, that was Nico, and now it's YFT with 4 out of 5 ultimates and the operator finally online for Muddy. So that'll be a whole nother obstacle for EG to learn how to vault over. And again, EG Academy, because the site hits aren't failing them, you mentioned it, the perpetual plants they've been able to find, they don't have to change. They don't have to complicate, they don't have to slow down, they don't have to default. They're just waiting for that to fail them.
With the scope, moves, sees, I would imagine, Muddy's knee around that corner. Both Jets dead. A whole lot less movement now, but still a lot of information. Recoil is going to pick up their second. Spike's going to get dropped on the ground, but Alice has already made his way past the Omen player. I mean, Jakey, curious? Oh, they definitely don't know Atlas is here right now. I mean, Recoil's just going to walk straight into this, try to go for a little jump spot there. And now Atlas in a 2v1.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, gets one. It's not planted for them. Ends up sending a flash around the corner. Fully blinds himself, unfortunately, but Moobs is going to go for the swing. Nice play by Moobs. 3 kills in a round for the Viper. Saves the operator as well. Cool, calm, and collected. That was very clinical from Moobs.
Yeah. Really nice clutch to add onto the scoreboard. 7-3. Try to rival Darkest's early start as well. And I mean, it's just like every player for YFT was getting their ones, but that wasn't enough, right? Because of the forward positioning that Jakey was able to find, because Moves kept the mid-rotates intact from the opener, that unfortunately, with the heavy investment of Muddy without the full steal, didn't go his way, and it just felt like the foundation was cracked from the start. So another eco, another try. Muddy has the blades, though, which wanted to get aggro into a main, hence denied by the drone.
Big presence on a main. Yeah, Recoil doesn't want any of that business. No siree, backing all the way up. I wonder if YFT continues to explore. In fact, their jet is moving up.
Toxin screen down.
Okay, now they end up. All right, okay. Well, we've done enough of that.
I mean,
back up a little bit, leave the jet inserted.
Even if they got that space, though, right? Recoil has a line of sight, expecting that A main take, and if they get that kill, they would come back. Instead, without any info on B, they scale into it. The rotates are following through. YFT, this might be the best look they've had going into a retake if they wait for each other. If they wait for each other.
They've even got pistols. All good. Maybe Atlas gets a sneaky little kit. No, maybe not. All right, okay. Spam through smoke.
That's the thing is, they don't get any numbers on these retakes. They don't get to play a 4v4. They don't get to play a 5v5, eco round or not. It's just EG dominant steamrolling through. Even Muddy can't find a kill with the blades, and he's getting surrounded, right? Look at the backstab brewing from B-Dog. If he can even survive that long.
One knife, and not even a dream. A nightmare for Muddy. A flawless round for EG, 6-2. Just that gap, the chasm at the moment that this is creating, prompting maybe a timeout for YFT. 4 rounds in a row for EG. This would, you'd expect something here, but okay, there you go. Yeah, they got weapons this round too, so
yeah,
makes sense.
The laugh was from B-Dog missing the off shot on the flank and Jakey having to take care of it. But yeah, the scoreline not a laughing matter for sure. 2-6, timeout finally being called. Yeah, need some stability into here because again, right now EG aren't doing anything special, Jaws. It's just site take, site take, site take, anchor down in the post, spray down our smokes, right? And that's where I think Jakey's also framing it really well. And this is where you can see, like, it's like the desk is like, okay, one player will step up from EG Academy on a given day, carry the map on their shoulders. It's every player today. Jaws, right? Like, look at the scoreboard. 2 kills between the top and the bottom. And it is impressive when this team locks in. They definitely have the dark horse mentality Ash was leaning into. And on the flip side for YFT, and it's the one player that said stunning to make a name for himself there with Devi at 6-6 at the top of the leaderboard. And It's similar to actually last series where it's just your Jet had a hard time getting online, right? Whether it was Heyday for NRGA Academy or it's Muddy now for YFT, and it's showcasing what that does to a defensive hold on this map when you lean into the sniper rifle player, and that's where I think Moobs has done a good job shutting that down for YFT, and YFT have to come up with a fix.
Maybe the fix is Muddy with an op.
He's had this before.
Maybe,
Remember he got outlawed.
Yeah, that's facts. You're submitted. Dog forward. Stallion's gonna try and stop this push that thing's coming, and now a drone. Okay, so double drones used. Got a heal in there to shake off Stallion's damage.
This is a quiet version of EG Academy we've yet to see, but it's still scaling forward. Recon destroyed, info denied, and instead of falling into the B split because they have an op, it's the Seekers to all in 5 towards A main with. Okay, Jake, I was gonna say, don't stick that.
Man, these
They're
Seekers,
still going.
They barely made it an inch. All three got instantly destroyed again. Stallion does end up getting paranoid at backside. He's got a wave at his back if he needs to use it, but has to get a kill or has to get out. But unfortunately, is not going to come up with either. Muddy with the op on a line, kind of. I don't think EG are going to give him an opportunity. Alice has got Muddy his back here. Is going to push around this corner. There's an op on this line. There's going to be a molly as well as Atlas with 4 kills. Finally, YFT off to the races. They're only just off the starting line, it feels like, but maybe that's what they need. Even saving the operator as well. So they've got to have a whole lot more to invest in this next round. It was a little bit, you know, a little bit bloody here. They did lose 3 players, but a round is a round.
Yeah, I think they did the best and kind of capitalized on the passivity from EG Academy that we saw for the first time, really, in that post plant, or I should say the spike taps, right? That cut noise, that held on site, and we saw them obviously spray through Stallion, say that 5 times fast. But Atlas, on the other hand, was just kind of taking his timings, taking his positionings, and clearly caught EG in those crossfires off guard. So 6-3 now. YFT trying to make a respectable go at this half and get the op versus op back. We still have the Hunter's Fury to lead into, and EG Academy. Finally, we said it. If these death balls stop working, switch things up. Leverage double initiator off of some fakes, and that's exactly what they tried to do. Little guiding light into A main, and the reality is trying to scale into heavy mid space towards a B commit. That's what the stack is for YFT.
Yes, I think that guiding light in with the recon bolt as well. Flash, and then, oh, we put the wall up. Maybe we're kind of pushing in on A now. Muddy ends up getting the better of B-Dog. Another slow wading through mid right now at EG. Made their way up to double doors.
Just be careful.
There's a lot of footsteps here, but only 1 pair of footsteps being heard. Good shot, though. Spike does end up getting dropped, so they're going to be able to hear that. Moves ends up going for the swing, but no. Standing tall, YFT. Putting down that wall too, but Recon gets the double there somehow. Both YFT players swinging him almost at exactly the same time, but still coming up with kills. A 2v3. Spike in hand. Not quite grouped up, though, as Jakey once again trying to look towards defender spawn. YFT, different ideas. 3 players through double doors.
3 different ideas. Jakey on the flank of a lifetime. And I don't know if Rico has enough HP or util to buy this timing.
Plus 2, Jakey's going to have to get a move on here. Yeah, Rico's got the Hunter's Fury. That's great. Got 2 shot darts. That's great. He's probably not going to have enough time to actually use them. Jakey finally trying to make a move. Molly's on the site, flash around the corner, but Muddy looking 2 different ways there, trying to dodge the flash of his own team, but also trying to get the kill onto Recoil. Spike's now ticking quite a considerable rate. The YFT clutch up regardless. Atlas and Ziff again staying alive. They get their 4th.
A few milliseconds late to the perfect timing there for Jakey, right? We see both tucked on that left side, both lined up, and they immediately both tuck in between Pyramid and back behind Pyramid. It's unfortunate that that's how that round comes to a head after the heroics from Recoil, this 3K, to even get the spike down, and YFT continuing to claw back this half. This next round. And it's a miracle that EG have gotten so many back-to-back buys at this point, right? Even if they lose this round, they'll have another buy, looks like, Jaws. And that's where it's difficult for YFT because you have to stay persistent. And I think the ults kind of lend themselves well to that idea. Atlas with the run it back, still sitting on the Thunder Fury, and Ziff was this.
Straight into the smoke. That orb is, well, that's quite unfortunate. But Muddy tried to use that cloud burst to actually conceal his position, but it still managed to give him away. Pit's going to get deployed. Hunter's Fury too. A whole ult dump, in fact, from both sides. Jakey's backside just walks straight into the back of Alice, who ends up flashing the Pit. This is a completely bisected site, and the run it back's going to get popped. Moves just sprayed down. Pit
Ouch.
ends up collapsing, and YFT again with another defuse. Up to 5, that gap closing.
The setup was promising, but got lost in the sauce there. The chaos of that retake. EG Academy not quite adept to navigate, and that's where I mentioned for YFT, I wanted them to stay alive and play these numbers, play these trades, and it's exactly what they were doing, right? Shuts down Jakey's timing. Atlas then gets out and uses the run it back to counter the Viper's Pit from moves. It all came together very well, and that's after they finally got B-Dog out of the attack op jail, and he dove in and found a 2-piece, right? So, yeah, 1 round away from that 6-6 half, and that would be a big round, so it may cause for a short tech pause. Yeah, I mean, coming into this, we talked about it, by never souring for EG Academy, the closest we're getting is this Guardian for B-Dub with a Bladestorm in his back pocket. Shouldn't mean too much, and honestly, for YFT, I do just want to see them play a retake again off the Reckoning, off a Stallion's ult, right? That's where they just had the best luck, even with the Viper's Pit down, instead of giving these one-offs from the consistent pressure EG Academy apply on these site takes.
Yeah, he's been so quick to act, getting the spike down for, what, the majority of rounds at this point? I haven't been keeping full track of it, but it's definitely the majority of rounds have got the spike on the floor. Yeah, quick tech pause. Shouldn't be too long. That's all.
We'll get you an update when we have one, but yeah. Atlas definitely stepped up right after the timeout. That's a big, say, it player for the side of YFT right now. And you also, again, have now players on EG Academy trying to make big moves that just aren't quite hitting their marks. I look back to Jakey and that flank timing that just goes awry when it might have been better just to play at the 2v3 on site when Recoil already had a good internal clock to then bait the timings for Jakey, it looked like, but what could have been, bygones are bygones, and EG Academy, well, they can't talk to each other. Darkest can think through how to switch up the tempo, change things for this last round of the half. Just for that narrow margin of numbers, especially considering YFT technically did get the first pistol, could get the second, and you can't always hinge on a second round thrifty to save the day. Or your lead at that if this does end 6-6.
How do you feel about the comp switching sides, though, with the double duelist on YFT on the offense?
If it's like our first series, I think Muddy will also stabilize a lot, which will be great for YFT. And from the footage I did get to watch on YFT, it was over on Haven. They have really, really nice combo util on the entries. And so I do think, again, that YFT are going to do a lot better on the attack side for this map. Kind of like how we called it out for, I think it was NRGA Academy, and then they made their comeback, right, from a 4-8 to a 13-8. And that's where I do think EG Academy need a 7-5, or they need the pistol. One or the other. And they're smooth sailing in my mind. But the flip side for EG Academy, again, I look at this composition, and I'm like, not as much sight hold potential, right? Don't have the snake bite. Don't have again the hot hands or the double walls for delay that YFTs have, and that's a bit of a concern.
Yeah, it looks like there's a PC crash. I think Ziff's PC just.
Ooh.
Yeah. Hopefully not too serious.
So he's the one that hasn't purchased. That makes sense.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. So it should be a couple of minutes. Shouldn't take too long. Come on. We'll go SSDs at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I just said, right, that the EG Academy doesn't shed too much hope for me, defensively speaking. If you had to play devil's advocate and sell me this composition on the defense, what is like your tagline or your pitch point?
I mean, they're able to kind of push out and gain so much information early that it should be fairly telegraphed where YFT want to go with how quickly they want to push in. So, yeah, a lot of early util being kind of dumped and finding out where YFT are positioned. Counterpoint is that, YFT could slow it down a little bit, wait for that util to get dumped. But in theory, EG will have an idea 80-90% of the time where YFT want to end, thanks to the drones and the recon and everything else. So yeah, I think
Okay.
EG
So
gonna
win
have a
con
decent time.
is-
Yeah.
is play
Absolutely.
retake. Frame yourself for the retake, because yeah, I don't see this having much sight hold potential. Maybe moves is the exception. Maybe Jakey are the exception. Get a nice paranoia, get a nice snake bite, play around your own util. But yeah, I think they just need to take a step back and respect those takes from YFT. But well, see, that's how they want to play it. I also could see, because of the confidence that started this series out for them just trying to fight into YFT and winning some of those engagements. But if they try that and fail, that's where I could see YFT sneaking on through the lead back and their map pick leaning their way. So we'll see how much they reel themselves in once the sides swap, but we've got to get through this last round of the half first. And we kind of framed it, reminder, we've been the Yapatron 5000s. It's that YFT, we kind of want to see them play the retake a little bit, right? That's where they've had their stronger look. Haven't really seen Muddy too primed with the openings. I think he found one against B-Dog, and that was off of mid timing super late. But otherwise, it's Atlas, honestly, playing these retakes really, really well. And if Stallion can set him up to go to town, this 13-8 score could quickly grow for his KD.
We would, I think Ziv is coming back in now. Yeah, 30 seconds before we get back into this one. We're going to go to a quick be right back, but it looks like he's booted up. He's ready to go.
It was so quick
He's
you
written
missed
his
it.
own
We're already
bootloader.
back.
Yeah, and he's going to lock in. There's a big leg of ham as well. God damn.
Making me hungry.
Where even is this? I didn't even see how we even got. Where even is this on the map?
So it's like a far castle, you know?
Oh, okay.
They're
giant well
in
in
the
the
pub getting
background.
ready to watch the World Cup. Gotta have a nice meal before it.
So true.
Which of the
so
Tacta
true.
friends would you want on your team for a football team?
For a football team?
Or
Probably the
like
squirrel.
soccer. I had to use the world term, or I was gonna get like shamed, you know.
The world term's football.
That's what I said, football.
The
I said
American
football.
term is.
I
soccer.
know it's not a VCL, but I said football, you know.
But
I'd say the
probably
rabbit,
squirrel.
probably.
Probably more.
Okay.
Oh, the rabbit. Yeah, the rabbit.
Wait,
can
with
run
the squirrel?
fast.
Wait, I'm trying to think. The squirrel could be a good goalie in my mind. You know, the bushy
agility of
tail.
The squirrel. True, can bat the ball away. Might be cheating though, I feel like, but I guess it's your own appendage, so I guess it still counts.
That's like you getting blamed for having like large hands or something.
Yeah, that's facts.
Well,
Okay, looks like Ziff is back. All good. There you go. Weapon bought. Tech pause. Be gone. We're good. We're good to
saving
get
us
into
from
this
our
next
theoretical fantasy league of animalized
Little
World Cup
creatures.
fighting.
Yeah, exactly. All good.
right,
round
all
12, last round into the half. EG, can they get another spike down? That is going to be the big question. It looks like a heavy stack towards B. Want to hit this one fast again? What they've been doing? Every single round now.
We're at least 6 of the 12. We'll see if we can add a 7th, and that's where the pacing towards mid from Atlas and Muddy have to pivot into elbow and see what they can find. Ooh.
Wow, B-Dog already down. Nice swing from moves, catching the player, trying to rotate through elbow. But as if again, you know, PC crash. Wow, looking like a brand new player right now. Holding down this backside with ease. I mean, recoils next up to bat. Ends up conking Zip over the head. Sends out the drone too. Little no scope. On hit with the no scope. Oh, not quite. He's going to try and go for the shorty. Stallion is going to pick up that kill. And a gun swap for Muddy. YFT with the round. 6-6 half on Breeze as we flip sides.
Switching sides.
And that was the first time as well we saw YFT successfully combat the side exec head on. So a great kind of loose end to tie up and feel like that half truly is complete, independent of what the scoreboard has already proven to you with the 6-6 half. And we said at EG Academy it was going to be that round or the pistol that they needed to secure, just mathematically speaking, to maintain a lead after a tie. But really, I would say to set themselves up to steal away YFT's map pick. Otherwise, YFT, compositionally speaking, this should be their half, their ballpark. And they're taking a page out of the EG Academy book, it looks like, in terms of a little death ball B-side. And we'll see what Recoil and Jakey with this eyes on mid approach will be able to do.
Look at this from EG. 4
Nice pattern.
players walking down mid. Recoil's going to spot a couple here. He's going to turn the eye of the rest of his team. That Recon's going to get a lot of work done. Jakey finds the kill onto Atlas as the rest of YFT were kind of figuring out what to do there. Do we push out? There's a recon that's kind of scanned us, so small breakdown the communication. YFT backside already, though. Muddy goes for the duel. Zip picks up the kill onto Jakey, and now they can turn their sights towards the tunnel. A reload required there for Muddy with 10 HP to go. Recoil gets another.
Whoa!
What a shot from Recoil. Picks up 2, and B-Dog ends up cleaning up the rest. Just a two-man wrecking crew from EG on that pistol round.
Yeah, I have no clue where B-Dog even came back into the fight from. He was wall side in the city's mid pillar, taking on both of those, while their eyes are maybe on Recoil front sight. Like, those timings to reposition were great for EG Academy, and that's after a really well-placed high tide, actually, with this harbor wall completely fragmenting and preventing any of these dual engagements from EG Academy at first. And that's after EG had that beautiful mid-fight setup, right? Leveraging the double initiator perfectly while you're blind, can't shoot the dart, and YFT just couldn't quite stabilize. So the pistol box checked as asked for, demanded if they want to steal away this map pick. And now got your snipes, you got your snares. What more can you ask for?
That is exactly what I want to see from a bonus round. Oh my god.
Wow.
They got hit by a truck. That was not pretty.
There it is. Second round secured pretty cleanly. That's clean. You could get, and seeing what else they would want to complement that purchase with. Recoil with the Phantom now in tow. Maybe it's just a Sova fragging day, right? Even on Ascent, I think Ren's at the top of the leaderboard for NRGA Academy despite the loss. We had Nature, obviously. Recoil now 16-8. They've even had a really nice first half. Now has gone a little quiet, but there's still a game to be played for the second half with their full buy coming through. So we'll see what they can achieve. Going back to the B-side death ball. Not expecting the mid shenanigans maybe from EG Academy again. Should simplify things.
YFT taking the same kind of approach around elbow. Look at how grouped they are there right now. Only one player, Ziff, playing towards that A side.
I mentioned it. Moves was one player we could see anchoring a site, and they keep challenging his site, and that reactivity as well from Jakey and Recoil not far beyond. The Jiggle's ready to go.
Trying to move in without using any util. Obviously, with mid completely open, they have to put one player on this angle, and it's going to be Recoil. Dash away, wall comes up, separates Muddy from the rest of the team, and in fact, actually forces a cloud burst out of the jet. And now they back up. Dog being used by EG and A. So there's actually, again, a pretty telegraphed approach here onto this B. And moves Molly. As soon as that jet pops the dash, here comes the dart. There's the flash. There's moves with the Molly on the ground. Still ends up going down, though, despite the vulnerable hitting Atlas. They got all the information in the world.
Enemy remaining.
They just can't get it done. Dark Stinger. Ziff should die. Gun upgrade. But it is a 1v3 with the spike down.
Do damage, Darkest, at this point, right? 1v3, but it was your eco anyways. Kind of been gifted some of the 1v1s if you clear out the right positions. And the Sova only 57 HP anyways, to kind of kickstart the retake attempt. That's why I think why they're playing so far away. They know they're low HP. They know if they give these fights too early that this 1v3 is achievable for Darkest. And as a result, it's looking like they are pretty good to go. Look at Braggs, it's not gonna get them.
Nice.
Atlas will secure YFT 7.
Yeah, it's really good timing there. You saw the pings come out as soon as that bird ended up coming through towards, what was it? Like B heaven, like mid, main, B main. Main, B main. Pick one.
Same thing.
17.
Different order.
Yeah, 7-8 now for YFT as they pick up their first round in this half. Run it back for Atlas. So yeah, this is what I'm expecting at least. Like, look, double duelist, you got to hit the site. You got to hit it fast. Atlas, just got to run it down at this point. They're pinging all over B. It's past it for sure. Look at that. Run it back. Orbs are going to come in. Flash straight out. Moves again. Playing a little bit more further back this time. It's shaky. Gets 1.5 kills. Run it back. Destroyed. Same with Muddy.
Yeah.
That push instantly deleted.
My analysis the last round was they had all the right pieces in the right place. The gun disadvantage did them dirty on the EG Academy side. I think that round and Jakey's exact same positioning just proved it. What the Guardian versus the Vandal difference can do when moves util is on point. Again, it's like they minimize the util they're actually investing and find such nice impact just of contact plays. And on the flip side, right, we saw all that YFT threw into that exec for nothing, for being a player down with nowhere to go, with less than a minute left, and having to backpedal towards A, where you expect Darkus to just play contact and then disengage. It's like they're looking for someone to slip up on the EG Academy side, and will they?
YFT have decided, you know what, actually, let's just go A. There's a lot of firepower, and Jakey's probably on B, so you know what? Let's just go this side, and it's the right call, too. Dark is the only one here. It's going to be able to hear that drone, but Ziv, when does Ziv actually turn this corner? Wall's going to go up, makes Darkest life a little bit more difficult. There is util in his hands, sends out the bird first, doesn't get a tag. There's a trade across the map, but Darkest is dead. A side completely open. Rotations are going to come in from EG, but they're not going to be that quick. It's going to be Jakey on an island first. Got to stay behind Orange, just wait for the double doors player to come up. Moves is also going to back him up from the defender's spawn side. Smoke to cut off Ziff. But B-Dog, he's got it off on this angle too. Ziff ends up falling. B-Dog's got the spike in his sights, so there's only really one place they can be now. That's on spike.
I think too slow, though, is the question for EG Academy.
Taking their time, yeah. Jakey moves. They're going to bust through this smoke real quick, and there's the double. There's no way you get away with that. They launch themselves through the smoke. 2 players, they get cleaned up. Opt for B-Dog, misses the shot anyway. YFT making this one so close, 8-8. It's got OT written all over this map.
How back and forth has been, yeah.
Come on.
And we talked about it, right? The theme for today has been difficulties dealing with the harbor util. The double swing out of it, like, that is one way. That should be how to manage it for EG Academy, and just that becomes sweeping on through, set it. This was going to be his half and proves it, thus tying us up 8-8. But even then, I did like the way that EG were retaking that. Again, the mid-space smoke from Jakey, playing the patience, waiting for those rotates. And they had them pinned, like you mentioned, in backside. They just weren't proactive enough in getting through the defense. And now, Eco round, not expecting too much. This should be the first time YFT will secure the lead, and that opener not going their way. And you can see YFT not wanting to make mistakes, not wanting to fight at this trap. I don't expect things to sour too much.
Oh, Muddy with a second
Maybe a
miss.
liar.
Not with a third. No. All good. Always is that one. Always is that one. Ooh.
Kind of like Darkest is those, though. 2 off from the
Yeah.
Seekers.
Nice little shot with the Marshall.
Moves
David
hits this,
versus
I'm nervous.
Goliath.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't. The molly doesn't actually connect, but yeah, moves backs up. There's that. Actually, it's time to leave.
Playing timing now, waiting for recoil to get his mark hit.
Oh no, the timing here could be diabolical. No, not quite. We've seen crazier things yesterday with classic kills, so you know, I don't want to speak too soon. All right, YFT with another. Not a full buy though for EG, so you can shrug that one off. Go next.
Yeah, and you still have both timeouts as well if this starts to get dicey, and that'll depend on how much they want to steal YFT's map pick away. But even then, without the timeout, right? The bounce back is that they have 4 out of 5 ultimates here, right? I think that's the round that allowed YFT to also bounce back in their first half, get those 4 rounds to cap it off, to give us the 6-6. So I'm a bit worried that EG could similarly snowball right back into this lead. See what they have cooking. Now it's get B-Dog on the A line, off the dog. We'll see where Darkest plays, maybe mid-door in response, and Muddy's able to find. I don't know how you feel about the attack off. I'm not a big fan of it.
Oh, I'm biased.
What are you biased towards, though?
Scopes and chamber.
Oh,
so
okay.
I love, yeah, any chance I can use the scopes, it doesn't matter. And a Marshall, it doesn't matter.
Is it different, like when it's a chamber versus like like one of your dive duelists, in my opinion, I guess, and then my vision of the attack op changes. But right now, right, Muddy can't dive in. They're still just contacting, looking for a kill that isn't gonna go their way, right? Moves has again shot down. Muddy looking for an opener with the op. So a little tick in the anti-attack op column, I guess.
Man, I feel like this op skin with the dragon op skin, I feel like it's cursed. The amount of whiffs we've seen with that one. Gotta change up the skin, my guys. All right, Seekers found one straight away. Ugh, awkward situation here for YFT. They really want to push it.
Presence too.
Yeah, they might be able to walk up here. They're using yet another wall to try and push their way now into elbow. Go for a little split, perhaps, or maybe just full 4B main. 20 seconds to go. Time's ticking. We have to get it popping. Jakey back sight, a little vulnerable, and yeah, I just think the time's got the better of them here.
Wow.
YFT are going to go down. Moves with a nice 4K. But yeah, that was all time.
No charges left.
Just felt pressured to do something. Spent way too long kind of messing around in mid.
Yeah, I mean, that reckoning just doesn't hit this side anchors. And I think Jakey had a really nice time paranoia. Or is there a world where, like, the reckoning hit Atlas on the entry? I'm trying to figure out what exactly happened there when his back was turned. But all in all, it settles down, bubbles down into a 9-9 where EG still have plenty of ults to work with. And
I'll take everything.
YFT have similarly traded their own for new ults like Muddy and the Blades. One off from Hunter's Fury as well. This is a nice read to pivot the Viper towards A. They saw the split coming, and now it's down to Darkest to handle the mid-door side of things.
Oh, the spam as well is not going to connect with anybody. 2 players playing in the pit right now as moves duck straight out of it to kill Ziff. No one left in A main. Spike, however, still in the hands of YFT. They've got the site. The pit is down. Full A main control, but EG have flipped the map on YFT. Or should I say the other? YFT have flipped the map on EG.
Kind of surrounded though, right? 2 players in defender spawned. 3 players attack side spawn. How do they get an inch? I do like the mid-fight idea. That's where you did only have recoil, but now there's moves here.
I mean, this is
He wins
really
once.
nice. You've basically cornered them completely because you took all that A main. It's like, well, they can push out in only one way, and that is double doors. Moves picks up the kill, and now there's only 2 players versus the 5. I mean, it's a slow, like, stranglehold the EG have over this. Back-to-back 4Ks for moves too. 9-9.
Yeah,
Just
and
happy trading rounds.
And you can't fault YFT saying, oh, they were inactive, right? They still flipped the site. They still fought towards defender spawn, but it was that mindfulness from Jakey and B-Dog to instead stay tucked, take that extra step back, and then move in once the teammates cleared out that aggression element from YFT. So again, playing the game at their own pace, utilizing those 4 out of 5 ultimates to get these 2 rounds in quick succession. And now when it's a big ult round, once again for YFT, they have a Guardian as their best weapon, if you don't want to argue for the Blaze Storm. And we'll see what they aim to do. Right now, it looks like EG are actually changing the pace, right? I'm seeing like a little paranoia, Blade Trap in the making B main, and Stallion, have fun.
Get out of my way.
Oh, gotta get out. Short. Oh, Stallion.
How does he get 2?
Tried to shoot the dart, and then, yeah, Moobs gets 2. Oh, it's going from bad to worse. Okay, okay. One day the pistols will hit. Pull out the knife. Pull out the knife. That's 14 HP.
Remaining.
All right, well, there's the round. It's done. Either way.
Is it?
They're behind you. Buddy, with the knives. Oh, it doesn't get the reset. Gets another kill, though, with a classic. Okay. Lost maybe too many members there for EG, considering the 5 for YFT, but up to 11 is EG.
And that feels like that final pace change from last series Ascent, where they're like, let's change the pace, let's close it out. YFT might feel like they're at the brink of figuring out what we're doing. Let's throw them a wrench into things, and that's exactly what they do to get up to 11. This is the do or die round for YFT. You lose this, you're broke again, you used your ults, and it's EG on map point, on your map pick. And you'll have Pearl up next that you haven't played in EG Academy. You're undefeated on this split. So, needless to say, win this round, Jaws, if you're YFT.
A must win. B-Dog with the op fault today is going to be sitting on B. Mid presence, A main presence for YFT. For this, they've cleared it all out.
Darkest mid has been so good at this late info, this late stall, prevents any kind of split aggression that
Yeah,
YFT
I mean, this is the
have gone
comp, right?
for. Yeah.
Is just getting much information as humanly possible with Darkest and Recoil. And I love this angle from Jakey too. A little devious. YFT.
Joke's over.
You have to concoct something pretty disgusting here to move Jakey off of this one. And there's the flash through the smoke. There were 3 players waiting for the run it back. Well, there is a kill for the Sovereign. Atlas's real form is in on the site. Jakey down, Recoil holding this smoke. Jumps straight into it though. Stallion, 1 step ahead of the game for YFT. Moves the B-Dog. in the 2v3. And unfortunately, yeah, maybe way too far up. YFT back in the mix. 10-11.
Yeah,
I got a feeling this is going to go to 11-11.
Yeah, you're correcting. You said OT. No, I'm joking. I can still go 11-11 to OT. But at first I was about to be like reconvinced of how this composition, EG Academies, is able to anchor sites, right? We saw the Paranoia, we saw the Flash support from Darkest, and then they steamroll. And then Recoil also tries to anchor, and I'm like, yeah, this comp not doing the best against the YFT comp in anchoring sites, and that's where they needed to get the kills early on while the site takes happening, like on the multi-avenues, or they need to fight out forward, and I think that was why last round was lost, and that's why they've immediately changed pace yet again. B-Dog, Darkest, scaling. Oh,
good shot.
Nasty.
Darkest is there too, and collected a couple of kills. And just like that, this A site looking a little more barren than it once did. Recoil is here as Moobs explores mid, tries to catch any rotating players. But little does you know, YFT stacking up 5 players A main.
Yeah, Ziff is locked in. And we're like the shaky aim whiff now to that. It's crazy 180 in the series. And definitely letting a hand towards this comeback. We talked about it, EG playing a bit further back, respecting the tank. Recoil has other plans.
Whoa. Good distraction there with the movement, but Recoil's just too good.
4 bullets.
3 kills, 4 bullets. You don't need them at this point. And now Ziff, with a mountain to climb versus 3, has got the spike, is trying to run away. Recoil's tenacity there was absurd. They were trying to draw his eyes away with Muddy going for an updraft on top of the box, but still got all 3 kills.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous behavior.
And he was going to respect it. He was going to wait for a spike plan, wait for his team, and yeah, that's what happens when you disrespect them. Now the Jiggle confirms Ziff never left, and Jakey is there for the cross contact. EG Academy get up to map point on YFT's pick, and it is definitely off the shoulders of Recoil.
Off the back of this too, with Ziff getting 2 kills straight away. I mean, look at this. Swings round, gets 1, no problem. They're thinking, yeah, we got this guy in the bag. Move his crosshair a little bit. Oh my God, Recoil. 21-12 on the Sova. You can't ask for more than that.
I mean, everybody in the server is
15,
like
15.
Everyone in the server is just like neck and neck right now. Just EG that slight edge, but 2 rounds needed to get to overtime. Darkest huge ping out gets away. Storm Surgeon just like that. I don't know who's gonna go.
Yeah, many whelps coming through A main right now. Atlas already dead to Recoil. Guys, we should cancel Recoils on this site. We're not going to though, because we've already used the pin. This is the final round potentially. It's a lot of there's so much control over the rest of the map though for EG.
That was blind, 100%.
Stallion's got a stinger.
What, again?
Oh, come on. You can't make it up. The blind, all these kills have been blind pretty much. Well, Recoil's back in it. They tried to save, and it wasn't enough. EG are going to get the defuse. 13-10 on Breeze. On YFT's map choice, no less. We're headed to Pearl after this one. What a miraculous couple of rounds to end it all for EG. Hey, thank you very much once again. Sobi, I got to be honest, I always fear a team that loses on their map pick, and then you go on to an Evil Genius map pick, and then they chose to defend. Like, I don't know. It's tough here for YFT. I don't know how you're feeling, but Evil Genius, especially after those last 2 rounds on Breeze, it's looking like their kind of series.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I feel like the desk kind of handled it. It's like, this is looking pretty grim for YFT. And I feel like Pearl's one of those maps where you need a decisive voice with all of its avenues when you're kind of lost in the sauce, someone to collect you all. And I just don't know who that quite is for YFT. But if they come out of it, they come in with a very simplified mindset, especially on this attack side. I could see them get some traction, again, if those big players hit the ground running, like Muddy, who had a slow start, like Devi, who kind of fell off and then came back, and Whisper and droves towards the end. And yeah, so it's more questions about YFT and what they're gonna bring to the table more than what we already know about Evil Genius Academy and what they're capable of on this map.
Did not need to see that camera angle, production, so thank you. Thank you for that one. 10 seconds till we get underway with this one. EG on their defense first. And the KO master Darkest is moving towards the A side. Knife thrown out really early on. No tags as Moobs gets on a line with B-Dog. So B-Dog is just going to leave him there.
Ooh.
Try.
This is
He'll return.
chamber.
Smoke. Oh, not quite. Did he hit a body shot, though, on the KO? Atlas a little bit low. B-Dog now inserted behind this. Almost faking them out in a way. Oh, I teleported away, guys. I'm definitely not close.
And the knife will sell it if he gets detected. Or not. Even then, it doesn't get cleared.
At all. It doesn't get cleared whatsoever. B-Dog with a couple. But Atlas and Davey very quick to return in kind. Stallion ahead of the game. Pops recoils head, but Jakey gets back in to 2v1. Jakey, 100 HP. So, well, Exiv's got the Sheriff, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Looking for the re-swing. They've got a good crossfire. Jakey ends up just one tapping this over. Already deployed. Oh, just by a pixel. Tried to get in the smoke before Ziv had a opportunity to swing around that corner. Pistol round goes over to YFT. Good start.
And that's after B-Dog got away with murder here. And it really was off a Stallion in this forward aggression. You saw EG even trying to reflood in while the spike wave was going down, trying to get that squared away 2v2. And all in all, really nice clutch out there, not letting Jakey have his way on that retake. So YFT now, it comes down to winning the second round, right? They got the pistol over on Breeze, and then EG ecoed them in the second. So eyes wide, extra Vandal even purchased for Devi just to secure this round. And EG keeping it up with the creative ecos. I will credit them for that.
And B-Dog really wants it. Alarm bot triggered as well. It's going to just dash in. Sure thing. Straight out of the smoke. Nice little flash. But not to be, unfortunately.
Gonna slow down the quiet. Trying to force EG to try and kind of re-rotate out of the space they've already occupied. And somehow they've called it correctly. 1 minute left. The double stack on A. We'll see how Recoil and Jakey can ping pong off of each other. Still a haunt. Prowler.
The Darkest is so far away. It should be done this round. It should be finished in theory. Jakey's flash, and there's one. Just looking for Nux. There it is. Okay. Sealed, signed, and delivered. A flawless round for YFT. They can head into their bonus. Bonus and bonus and bonus.
Bonus and bonus. And that Vandal and doubled up will definitely do some damage here coming into the next, especially with the glass cannon operator, it looks like, for B-Dog in the works. It's funny when you have a chamber on the other side, but we'll revisit that later. So they're going to play for more aggression off of this rendezvous as well. So trying to shut down Muddy in this very stark, probably flash dive, but Atlas will set him up for.
There's a star here. Flash over the top. The moves unrelenting. Just still wants to stick around. A lot of spam damage on it to Muddy. He's going to get revealed. In fact, a lot of people getting revealed by the knife. Hang on a second. Moves still exploring this. Okay, there's the teleport away. No shot. He stays around there for some extra time. Free orb, though, for the KO. Okay.
I'm wondering if Moves got hit by the 0 point and couldn't TP away in that first engagement or not. Might not matter,
Stallion.
though.
Oh, quick. You won the trigger. Way quicker than B-Dog by the looks of things. No armor, by the way, for B-Dog. That was a glass cannon op.
Ooh, YFT want that op so bad. They're like, they don't want that recollected. And Darkest is trying to pry off of that fact.
Drone. Oh, yeah. Okay, Darkest hasn't really got to back down from this. It's only a Marshall. I say that until Stallion headshots him. No. Wow, Darkest with a nice little line. Okay. That ARP is going to get left there, at least for now, as now they can spring into A. But little do they know, there's 3 players already waiting for them. Frag nade already in, a flash from Jakey. Saturate as well. Jakey got everybody util thrown at him, but he still comes up with a kill. 2v2. Done though for YFT. Sonic destroyed. Now with that recon bulb revealing Recoil's location, it's up to Darkest. But Alice is on 8 HP, has to go for the swing or plant the spike, decides to swing. Darkest picks up the kill. Can't recover the op, but they recovered the round. EG get there first.
Safe pair of hands, despite how messy that round got for Evil Genius's Academy. And whew, I mean, that in itself was a win for YFT, right? Glass cannon op out, B-Dog's economy ruined for days. And the rest of EG Academy not too far behind, so that should guarantee YFT an upcoming third when you also account for the null command Atlas is wielding. And yeah, I mean, this composition right now doesn't feel like it can do much in terms of the A main disrespect on the EG Academy side, right? They have a clear set procedure for taking a main, which is already great for YFT considering the lack of official reps on this map. And then it's like, what do you do with that? Do you leave money deposited on a lurk? Is it a death ball approach? EG have to figure it out themselves.
Gave Stallion a brief haircut. That was so close to picking up a free kill in B long. Looks like mid's the soup of the day here for YFT. There's a trip in lane, however. And a drone is going to get sent out. Okay, Darkest is going to deal with that. And they're even going to rip the KO. No command popped. Stallion still inserted on B long. And it looks like EG are going to try and punish this. They're setting 2 players up to try and clear this spike off. But Stallion standing tall, taking down Darkest. Recoil from the heavens smoke ends up peeking out. But YFT, they've read him so well. Up to Jakey now to salvage what is left of this round. There's nothing at all he could do. YFT with a phenomenal play. And obviously Stallion staying alive there was really pivotal. If they managed to kill Stallion, they can turn back around and then clear the plays up in lane side.
Yeah, the depth of these contacts and pivots right now is just so out of left field from YFT in the best way possible, right? And then they're steamrolling into the light sites that they've correctly identified, right? Like, EG Academy, if they lose the next buy, you need that emergency stop of a timeout. Like, ASAP. This is your map pick. Maybe we won't lean into if it's attack or defense side just yet for these compositions, but at this point, YFT are looking really, really organized. Like, they're on the same page step by step. And EG, another eco, a few sheriffs. That Darkest, we can trademark a bandit at this point after what we saw on Breeze. See what this trio can do A side.
So down to a crawl, expecting EG to come through ARP. Although they are exploring quite deep into A main. Okay, another drone through. Lane trip is going to get destroyed. And B-Dog wanting to challenge this. Oh, even dashed. That headshot's still connected. Okay, Zip. I see you. Stallion dead B long, though.
Okay. Huge first blood found. They want to protect the weapon B side as well, hence the late scaling and late re-clear off the 0 point on this side. And not really expecting too much retaliation from EG on the anchor itself.
Saturate backside, dashing in, then out. Moves gets another kill with the headhunter.
Flash from Darkest.
The best so far for this team. There's the flash around the corner. Darkest caught with util in his hands. Atlas spike down. Moves. Can he get another? It's gonna be a miracle if Moves gets one more. Surely shut down. And yes, Atlas, but the Sheriff from recoil gets one. YFT losing 3 in that fight. It was an eco round for EG, but they still managed to collect some free money for themselves for this next one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a confidence imbuement for sure. And while the 3-stack fell apart and they made off the timing, yep. Everything else was really strong on the micro from EG. Right, the flash peak from Moves, and okay, it's not even if they lose this rifle round, it's to guarantee this rifle round that the timeout comes out. Especially the ults on the other side for YFT. And it's a nice preemptive consideration, I'd say.
Yeah, I like it. You know, a couple of rounds, you lost the pistol, lost the bonus, whatever. Like, get the time in now, a timeout now. Not time in, not quite. And there's they have Moves now with the Tour de Force. Gonna probably put him towards B, but main discussion
Makes
here
sense.
is how YFT are getting onto these sites just so rapidly. There's not too much to delay. I mean, yeah, you've got Rico could throw out a couple of dogs. But there's a big, heavy ult round coming up for EG as well. 3 of them are close, like close as in 1 orb away.
Yeah, I think the solution right now is we've seen them have some really nice backside anchors, right? We saw Moobs do it alongside B-Dog. I think I need something similar like that because right now, compositionally speaking, I think YFT out-utils them. So not going to win these A main fights. And honestly, YFT are investing so much util into them that their side take itself is a bit weaker and they can anchor through it. But the time being heavy A side stack here. Again, reacting around that Tour de Force. And they may get the retake that we were hoping to see from EG. They have to respect this.
Hunter's Fury. Oh, actually tags B-Dog on top of the box. And Muddy's even going to throw in his own ult as well. Dashes straight through the wall. Recoil goes down. B-Dog laid to rest right next to him. Muddy shut down. Sure, whatever. You've done your job. But it's only Darkest and Moves now. All Ziff all day. Oh, the Tour de Force shot missed. That definitely didn't though with the Vandal. But unfortunately, too much weight on Moves' shoulders there. Even after that timeout from EG, the response from YFT is just hitting fast.
Yeah, up to 5-1. That buy round snuffed out by the double ult investment on the side of YFT. And it's like I mentioned, they don't usually have the util to force their way into the site after they invest so much on a main. Just patch it up with some ults and you're good to go. That refight for Muddy, we mentioned him having a slow start over on Breeze. That is nowhere to be seen right now. 8-3 going off on solo engagements. Again, this is what a self-led team looks like without a structured IGL when it's in its flow state. Now, I mean, despite the 4 out of 5 ultimates on the EG side, need some help from an opener.
That looked a little bit awkward for Muddy. Oh, they're going to try and juggle the guns back so they don't have them in their grasp. I mean, B-Dog has the knife still. They're both grouped up. They still manage to take him down. Double swing with the Sheriffs. Recall and Darkest going to kill each. And they get to secure guns. Teleport away from Moves. There's some action across the map. A little 1v1 ensues. It's on this Sova. Again, ends up coming up with a big clutch double. The Stallion has got this B site completely open.
I don't know how I feel about that refight, but it might not all be lost. Recon avoided, Moves ahead of it. Oh, no!
Wait, how? Oh, that's so unlucky.
And now they just go back.
See you later. You know they're going back. Yeah, you got to run.
EG had this round in the palm of their hand. They handed it away with that reswing into a spawn, right? Got the gun upgrades. You got the numbers. Just leave it. You know that they're playing divided as well because the Astra was contacted by Moves, and now it's down to the 1v2. We'll pre-fire it.
Sees the feats. Yep. And the spike didn't even get planted. A quick tap. Very winnable here for Moves, but Stallion taking a very, very tucked angle. Want to test both sides of things. There's 19 seconds to go. Another tap comes in. Stallion actually going to stick this one completely. Spike down. No, with a body shot as he goes to turn the corner. Clutch up by Moves. And he gets to save the operator as well. EG up to 2. YFT, they've been halted. Finally, they couldn't get him. Couldn't let them get away with another round.
I mean, this is the player of why my predictions for Evil Geniuses Academy. To put it plainly, clutches it out for an eco round win. Only player that came into that round with a weapon for Evil Geniuses Academy as well, and that's after EG did so well to submit themselves in that round and then kind of tossed it away. It's kind of like a bittersweet round 2 of 1, right? Because it isn't a very confidence booster as a team level, but it is maybe at the individual level, and maybe you're also just thinking rounds around. Let's keep it up. Money's there. Still have the ults to snowball now. Ooh. YFT though, pacing hasn't changed at all.
They're really aggressively taking that A main space. No reswing here for EG. No command available, and the double up as well from Jakey. Cheeky.
I like this high low. I mentioned it. Try to anchor on sites instead of fighting for a main space. Let's see if it works out, especially with the lockdown.
No command. Little flash, little frag nade around the corner. You like that?
I was supposed to land on it and break it and
Did that hit?
missed.
I
No.
think that missed. Yeah, that went a little bit wide. No command's going to get used anyway. They're actually tucked back sight, so they're good for a quick re-aggress. Spike is going to get tapped on the site. In fact, a full stick here for YFT. Good kill from Muddy to start off. Art control here, and half of mid to boot as well. Nightfall going to get popped, in fact, as Moves makes an awkward approach with the op.
I mentioned they know how to win though. 4v5.
Oh, surely.
Moves
Oh,
has the
surely not. The
time.
backstab. The backstab. Moves gets one, and they don't hear him. Moves gets yet another. Ziff, though, clutches up the round at the very end. Ends up getting both Darkest and another player on the site. That looked like another Moves round win there at YFT. With another one on the board. Muddy up to 10, by the way. 10 and 4 on the Waylay. 6 and 2 heading into round 9.
Yeah, I really need to see a replay on that round. I mean, it was just so quick once that Cosmic Divide was invested. I think YFT framed themselves around it well to mitigate its impact of all that space it was supposed to regain for EG Academy, and that's really maybe all we can say about that round. EG Academy money reset again. B-Dog, the only one with a hero rifle in hand, but Moves not far off the Tour de Force because of his previous heroics. But we just said this, you can't win a main space, especially not on Eco. Stallion proving it without even Muddy by his side. Wow.
All right, round's over.
Over.
Yeah, shoot their bodies, get active.
Oh, wow.
Considering what they did last round, or
Do
last
after you plant, all right?
map even.
Planted.
Do whatever you want.
Hey, this is
Let
Moves the
them have it, let them
Headhunter. Oh, come on. You should have hit the shots after I say that, Moves. Flawless for YFT. 7-2. Dang, steamrolling through this map. And I think this is why you said it. Why I'm usually of the same mindset of lose your map pick, you're coming to a map you don't have any reps shown on, and it can go really south really quick.
Great esports player of the past that assists count as kills, so Atlas looking about 20 kills right now. 10, 4, and 10. That's an insane amount of assists.
Ram Shackle by for EG. Singer at the worst, Op at the best.
I was just thinking that quote is probably older than some of the people in the chat. I'm showing my age here a little bit, but for the one person that may have knows where that comes from. All right, well, they got Hunter's Fury to clear backside, but a wall might just do it. Yeah, they're going to do that. Moves! Oh, my. Okay, I want to see Moves' POV there. Wall comes up on his face. Waylay ult hits. Real rough time of it. Atlas is going to get the plant. YFT still need to deal with the recoils. Pop this little head onto the site. B-Dog kills Ziff as well. Stallion holding church side. B-Dog peeks his head through the wall. The Stallion gets revealed. A good swing, but YFT domination so far on Pearl. And I take back what I said at the very top of this map about being fearful going into EG's map pick, because it is looking very easy for YFT so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when we start thinking that they have difficulties on maybe the late 8 takes, they get the ults right back into the full swing of things, and that's when it's overlapping with the EG's force buys, their peak buys, and it just is keeping EG pinned down with no way out. And yeah, it's a difficult one, especially mindset wise, to reset. It feels like only the half would save them. So we'll see how many more they can get before then. 4-8, and it's still salvageable, and hopefully the Tour de Force with the other force weapons like that Guardian could gift it to them. They've been close on some of these ecos.
This 1v1 has happened every round. It's been pretty honorable so far. I'll give it to him. Moves versus Stallion. Moves is out of range of his teleport now. So he's going to be in danger if he misses that first shot, but they're not going to give him a chance. In fact, backup's arriving, yeah. He's phoned a friend. Stallion is respecting this so much, but look at the rest of YFT. They've made their way through lane already. There's 4 players on the B side. Money jumps in, a good flash, and the kills just come in way too quick for EG to react to. Darkest at least gets one, a flashbang over the top, guns recovered. Now he's on his lonesome. He's running straight in to Ziff as well.
Wow. Good try, but no dice. YFT had clear intentions. They knew what they were doing. They knew the pathing. They knew what angles they needed to re-clear once they got out. Flash secures the first. Muddy secures the rest. Even with that little distraction factor from back halls, it immediately gets retraded. And EG, for all their creativity on the ecos, that picture gets wiped away. YFT up to 9, knocking on double digits here unless this buy round for EG Academy can spare them somewhat before the side swap.
And they're gonna... this round might be quick. I'm warning you right now. Knife flashes. 2 ancients suppressed there. There's Atlas and the rest of Atlas and the rest of YFT. Gonna once again control A main. Oh, the honorable 1v1. Not quite as honorable when you got a scope like that, Stallion. Nice kill onto moves. He's done that over and over again. This has happened how many times in a row now? It feels like 12 rounds in a row this has happened.
And that's after 6 first bloods for Moobs last map on the Viper, too.
Yeah.
The chamber days of Moobs may have to be sunset. Distant memory of their Ascension run.
I mean, it's not looking good right now for EG. YFT have ground this down to a halt. No reaction at all from EG on the other side of the map. Muddy was making sure of that. Just jiggle peeking. They're going to do the same thing as they did last round. Just hit that lane, take out the... Well, they don't even need to take out the trip. The Chamber's already dead. Stallion is on a line on B long, or will be in just a moment. Darkest, no one's coming to him.
Left.
Surely.
Got one with the Sheriff last time in the upgrade. Can he find more this time with the Vandal in tow? That's the question as he scales down long. Stallion.
Oh, Darkest has already claimed one, but there's so many players to swing him. He's going to be living in darkness now as the no command 2 gets popped. YFT is just over and over and over again. They're just able to hit these sites with impunity. Alice takes down Jakey, and yeah, this round is, again, wrapped up with a nice little bow on top, I think. Gonna rip the ult anyway, send out a dog. Hang on a second. B-Dog with a kill onto the Sova. Spike planted just around this corner. It's not in a good spot for EG to defuse. Both players holding down Pillar. Stallion with the swing. Ziff is gonna finish this one off. I will speak soon, actually. 10 on the board for YFT.
Switching sides.
And there's the side swap. This is such a one-sided affair.
Wow. And I think they overcommitted that long fight, right? The gravel got early invested, the swarm grenade destroyed early. They might have been able to tuck and bait those refrags, that rescaling in from YFT, but got antsy at the prospect of the other dudes going YFT's way, and that's now the reality they have to live in. Already. Pistols. 2 for 2. Or sorry, 2 for 1 in this series. It would be 2 for 2 if EG can secure one now, and that's kind of a must if they want to claw their way back to a comeback or finish this out on Ascent.
Back in a flash.
You know what's going to happen. They want A main. They want it bad. YFT already managed to push up, but Art is actually where EG want to go. A bit of extra damage there thrown out towards the Sova. Stallion now trying to re-go in with that cover of the smoke.
Oh, the timing from Ziff.
The time. Oh, the time. Oh, the time. No way. Okay, well. Insult to injury. Dies to the turret.
That's getting buffed, by the way.
Oh my.
I mean, just the shock dart damage into the turret. It's like the perfect combination. And while this round isn't quite wrapped up because of the timings EG might be able to find, it feels like it's gearing towards that with how low HP Jakey and Recoil are.
Recoil, it's like cosplaying as a gnome. How far he was to the floor. Just waiting for people to swing him. YFT, gonna take mids, gonna take A main. Bomb planted, Recoil in Art. 3 players to kind of check him. He's already taken care of one. Spots another as well. Doesn't quite get the second. Now Jakey in a 1v3. 25 HP. Not enough, apparently, to save him. And another pistol. YFT off to a flying start in this second round. And being up 11 rounds, too. I mean, EG, what are the chances? I'm not going to ask for a percent, because I know it's low.
Yeah.
But are they us?
Only happens in fairy tales and big global events, it feels like. But hey, a Stinger Force is one way to start off the chapter for sure. Combo that with some Headhunter bullets and a full shield from moves, and it might have the makings of a good story, but have to see. Not too disrespectful of a buy either from YFT, no vandals or anything coming in for the second round buy up, but Buddy with a judge on mid door is a scary thought here, Jaws, and that's exactly where EG are headed.
Oh, yes. That judge. Oh, it's doing work. And they just get to repeat the same mistakes here, trying to push through the doors. Recoil does end up getting 2 kills, however. Spike is down, but look at the angles that YFT are taking. Yep, Stinger a little bit too powerful. Even that headhunter moves. You got 1 clip so far this map. Not going to get a second.
Match point.
Ziff has gotten scary on how snappy this aim is, and as mentioned, that's map point. Because you scraped the barrel, not much in the buy department either for EG Academy. More of a let's just take this to ascent kind of vibe at this point. Write this off and to go back to the mental of, hey, getting stomped in this way is better than it being a close loss where you know a move or two could have been different. So we'll see if they can write it off and reset at this point. But at least a little bit more Valorant to be played. But the Vandal upgrade and against Stingers and Guardians, there's not much hope for EG to win this round or the subsequent ones. And the judge... Did I learn the lesson last round?
Don't do it again. Don't run it down in lane and all die again. Look at this YFT positioning right now.
Whoa! That was
Okay,
against the
Stallion
Vandal.
goes down to B-Dog. Take
Right, that was a Vandal.
Yep. Yes, it was. Trades in mid. Bot's gonna go down though for EG. Vandal upgrade, YFT. Slightly on the back foot is Atlas on a solo mission. Through connector is going to see B-Dog. Wow, B-Dog luckily getting the kill on Atlas. There was moves there to back him up, of course, but in a 2v4 situation, you've got a couple of Bulldogs, but not enough time. EG with a round on the board. They're making it a 3rd one and a much needed one as well. Ascent probably coming up next as YFT only need 1, but EG, miracles can happen. We've seen them in challenges, but even that seems like a very far-fetched effort.
Hey, they got the first. That's the hardest one. Especially the broken buy that they ran into it with. And it's where you really want to see that opener from B-Dog with a stinger onto Stallion. But 9 more rounds to go. You could killer style buy with the stinger and the Marshall for YFT to try and capitalize. And Gamble stack's correct for the time being. Ooh, but the fake haunt disrupts it.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What?
Oh, nice little concuss. And she gets out. Okay.
Luckily they don't get refragged, yeah.
They've seen a lot of players here too. Okay, they're not hiding in the smoke, Darkest. I'll tell you that one for free.
Oh, now you leave, right? Or you fake the leave.
You could fake it. Yep, and YFT read the fake. Ooh,
How long until Alex gets knifed back now is the secondary question.
Yeah.
Or the recon and
thing.
Devi has ready.
Because they've not spotted anybody in lane so far, so yeah, Reed's real good. Yeah, like you said, wait for that knife to come up a cooldown. Atlas.
They're gonna recon off the Stallion's jiggle. Yeah. Oh, and
one.
here comes.
Okay, there's the nade. Send back sight. Here comes the sight hit. And off we go to the races. Darkest already killing Muddy, V-Dog, and Moose picking up a couple each as well. Are they going to get the spike down and the lonesome Ziff? Yeah, no orb. Well, this is so sad. All good, though. Save round for YFT. Don't think too much into it.
Yeah, I think the only thing to write home about is how clean that denial was from AG Academy. Flawless. Blades come online, and Old Command comes online. Those are some of the resources to discuss when it comes down to a comeback, and the confidence as well. How clean you have to be on the road to recovery in a comeback of this nature is, again, very little room for error. So if they're hitting that threshold, that mark, it could get scary, but YFT otherwise, yeah, they write it off. It's a blip. You need 1 round, 1 player to pop off, and we've seen those from Devi, from Muddy, from we've seen them from everybody on this team, honestly, from YFT this series. 1 point or another, despite the map 1 loss, and Ziff will go down to the spike, orb denied, and 8 rounds now needed for EG Academy to get a chance at overtime.
8 long, arduous rounds. Yeah. Still feeling rather tough. Oop. Choke that over the edge. Okay, so what's the game plan here, do you think, for EG? They've got no command, they got knives. They can slam a site again.
I think they're going to expect YFT get a little aggro, right? You have the waylay, they know you have those ults, they want to stop you from using them as an exec, so we expected a slower start, but it's just that kind of true-blooded default. And it's funny how they invest so much util on the YFT side for taking the same main space, and it's DG Academy just calling their bluff, right? B-Dog goes diving on in, gets the space for free. Just the darkest knife, and now they can leverage that utility to the side take itself.
Poor B-Dog. Not hitting with those knives, not even getting the body shots.
The shot.
B-Dog goes for another one. No, a little scratch, though. 70 HP, no armor left. Sensing a little bit of resistance, they're actually just going to go towards B. Moobs has already made his way up past pillar, though, to be fair, but it's just so much util here. It is a KJ.
Yeah, second round, it was been a really good deep spot. We'll see if he can convert it this time. Oh, command, there's the KJ util gone.
Oh, Moobs, wow, that was so close as if actually spotting him. But that smoke not quite blooming yet. Darkest spike down. Now, how do YFT respond to this? Smoke's going to fade in just a moment. EG, they're just like ants all over this site right now.
Oh.
That's a big knife too.
Just as an all command fades.
Can't use that. Placing swarm grenade.
I'm going to try Molly, just try and clear out every little corner. Straight to back site. Yes, spots 2 players at the bare minimum. There's actually 3 kind of hanging around there as well as Moobs is taking a little bit more of an off angle. Oh, EG with a perfect swing. YFT, as soon as they try to execute on the site, EG just descend upon them.
Yeah, and that was perfect. The delegation, it's like, all right, B-Dog moves to the players without post playing until you fight forward. They bodyguard Jake and back calls as well, who's one of those more aggressive style controllers. I think the Death mentioned it as well. Even on the Astra, it's no exception. And that 8 turns to 7 rounds needed to get to overtime, and the money reset for YFT will likely draw them closer. And honestly, their biggest obstacles to come, right? Jaws 1 off from Muddy's ult, 2 off from the no command. 2 off, like they're 1 and 2 off from every single ultimate, and that's gonna be the round with the bye. Probably next round, for being realistic, that they have to get past.
Just one more round. One more round. That's all they need. Just save out the ults, hit an ult dump, and you're good. You're chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter how many rounds it takes, EG, you know, or how many rounds you let go. It doesn't matter. Just got to get one.
And where how this is gonna go. Last time they had the luxury of the null command to get past Zips util. Here it'll be contact or maybe a well-placed 0 point. Yeah, there it goes. Never mind.
All right, they're back to site already.
Oh,
Now there's a little bit of stinger damage, but a blind spray through the smoke. Get another kill. Ideally here, you're EG, you're just not losing anybody at all, although they are rather wealthy. Dark is capping out already. Look at that, 8,400 in the bank. That guy's about to retire already.
Just graduated college and started retiring. All right.
Get up.
Ooh.
Maybe not anymore.
I need that fun.
So
Maybe
it's
also
a
out
3-on-3.
emergency fun style.
It's a 3-on-3. They have got sheriffs, but surely. Okay, B-Dog doesn't get him getting stunned. A little swing. But no, okay. No need to panic. EG, again, very rich here. Only lose 2 players. YFT looking towards ults now. A big ult dump round, like I said. They've got 4, almost 5. No command, 1 point away.
Atlas with 17 assists, by the way.
Yeah, assist king.
Crazy. Yeah, if they lose this next round with 4 out of 5, and I'm guessing they would send the KO and Whaley forward to get the orb somewhere. That is a scary prospect for this comeback, but a little change of pace with the operator coming out. Maybe shut down the lurk, play the late pivots that EG Academy have been going for.
Find you.
Oh, that's why Ziff is there. Destroy it.
Buddy on the line.
No.
What a shot from Moobs. Only took a bullet. Buddy down. No waylay ult. Quick change up here from YFT maybe. Looks like a double up on street. 3 players now trying to peek around. Ziff gets 1. Darkest gets the trade. So they're still down a player. It's a 3-on-4. The A-side players now deciding, yeah, you know what? B looks rather tantalizing for EG, so we're going to start making a move on. Now, can Atlas play a little bit upset? Looks like it. Hunter's Fury from downtown moves, picks up yet another kill. Second for the Chamber in this round. Late last Hunter's Fury shot, easily dodged by EG as to get the spike planted.
Now there was just, 2v3. YFT playing hand in hand here between Sally and Heavy, and gonna look for the ones that EG Academy slip up and give them.
It just doesn't feel like a way into this. Oh, moves escaping with 19 HP, revealed again. Spike now ticking a little bit quicker. YFT have to get a move on. Darkest with a trade. That's good enough for me. Now Jakey can go for a swing. Easy as you like. EG now up to 7. They are closing in on double digits. They're still 3 rounds away, but YFT only used 1 ult in that round.
Yeah, you gotta reprogram your expectations about where Jakey's playing, right? Astro long playing, you post play util? Nah. Backside, fighting forward, playing for the timing. And that kill was criminal, honestly. Shutting down the operator on the forward line with 1 bullet to the head, ADS style, and I got a bit shaky in that final moments because of some well-placed recon util. All in all, it's still YFT conceding another round. 5 in a row. We'll draw out the first timeout for YFT. And again, I think it's to circumvent a waste of these ultimates without conversion, essentially. Make sure that, remind them, don't overinvest them on this eco round. You have to concede 1 more round, like you mentioned. Doesn't matter. You just need the 1. Then you have to wait for a buy round for that to be it. Then that's what it is.
1 more round. Probably what they're saying the timeout, but yeah, it's just you're conceding this one, you're picking up some stingers, you're just making sure you can buy next. Not going too crazy with it. EG though, they're slowly rolling now. They're slowly getting this momentum back in this map.
And again, we said if they get past this hurdle of these 4 ultimates, it was 5, then I think that's when I will become a believer in this comeback. We mentioned it, it's in fairy tales, and EG might be riding one right about now. Moves has come alive, is winning more open engagements, the tour de force and complement. And if B is their success story, so be it. And you can even see now, YFT changing their tune, playing hefty retake here. After leaning on the eco, really strong A side.
Take flight.
The drone should spot out Darkest. Yeah, knife's gonna go in. A little
saw him.
Spot. Only saw him, but this jiggle peek. Okay, null command is gonna get popped by Darkest here. So a guaranteed B hit. Moves in the mid. Nice little quick scope. Okay. That should have just sealed the round up. You're thinking. B-Dog playing next to the wall. Hello. Oh.
I'm nervous I'm handing this Phantom over, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm confident in his abilities, but if something goes wrong, if YFT hit a crazy shot, that's 1 more tool for the retake, so reels himself back in, plays off Jakey. There we go.
Yeah, real nice. Okay. They're not giving them anything. No chances for YFT. There you go. Even winning the duel against the SMG in the close corridors. Yeah, not enough. Spectre is decent. It's decent at that range, you know, but EG with another. That's up to 8. Look at that line. Look at that line of red. 6 rounds in a row for EG.
But no ults invested into that eco. So this is the round that the timeout culminates with. 4 out of 5 ultimates. I still don't know how I feel about Muddy with the defensive op in conjunction with him having the ultimate online, right? Because then he can't react off of it himself. He can't scale off of it himself like we saw him do so much on the attack. That's my only concern. But with how often EG Academy's been going B, I like it on the B line. I like the A stack with the Senti, with the Astra util. That's exactly as EG Academy's going for this A split as well.
They're creeping their way through R. Turret on the box with Ziff playing just below it. Is she gonna turn around? Look at Art now. Maybe get an off angle off the turret, play off of its contact, but no, B-Dog shuts down the Killjoy. There goes all the utility. Double Cloudburst to get on the site. Sober kind of standing tall. Maybe getting one. Jake ends up cleaning them up, and now come the rotation. Muddy, tough spot to be in with the off, especially with these smokes down, but they got someone in secret. to try and play a bit of an upset. Wall's gonna get deployed as well. Atlas with one. Church player needs to be dealt with. Atlas with another. Moves down, and now the defuse comes in. Jakey, last one alive for EG. The dash, the classic, but Jakey with a 4K clutch on A site. Picks it up for EG, brings them to 9, and shuts down YFT's ult push.
If this happens, that's the round you look at. That 4K from Jakey, where everything went into that retake. It looked like it was all going YFT's way, and then fights through the Cosmic Divide like it is nothing. Just on the floor, I just need a sec to pick it up and continue onwards, because the money's broken. EG, they cleaned up their micro so much that no fight is going untraded, right? This is the scary team. You can see making a deep run. Not the one that's down. What was it? 1-5 at one point? Even more?
I mean, EG are making a bit of a miracle run. There's no chance this is not playing in YFT's head just a little bit. Just a little bit. In the back of their head.
YFT. They've had their share of OTs in close double digits games, so they know what it's like. See if this is one of them.
They just need one more round. All guns, all day for EG. 7 in a row. There's some decent weaponry for YFT though. They're not exactly empty-handed. It's just getting in the right spots to use it. I'm looking at Muddy with the Bucky, of course.
Fract fizzles out. Bit more dangerous to get on an aggro committed line with the the Bucky.
30 seconds.
There was one of your big weapons dropped by moves. I don't think you rally the troops. He's gonna come and
Stallion. Well, Stallion gets a free upgrade. Oh, YFT are just stuck backside. That's a big crosshair. Everybody just jumping around with the Bucky. Atlas at least kills B-Dog. Again, another upgrade, but I'm not sure he can actually get to it. Stallion, the reinforcements are arriving soon. Jakey goes down. It's a 2v3. Weapons now being upgraded, however, for YFT. And now EG in the danger zone. They're going to get flashed. Obviously, the spike is planted here, but not perfectly for him. Still worrying about the players behind. A triple swing. YFT have done it. Stallion with a gun upgrade all the way from A, sprints to B, picks up the double. YFT, they secure that final round required on Pearl. They're taking us away map number 3. Thank you very much once again. Yes, Dark is back on the KO, adding another hour to his record here. Zobi, double Senti though for YFT. I want to pick up what Roy was putting down there. Got to be punching numbers here for Evil Geniuses on their attacks. That double Senti, always going to be mean.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a defensive crutch almost, right? We just saw how devastating it can be to the momentum at the start of your journey on Ascent, and for it to be a map 3 decider like this again is just so thwarting. I mean, honestly, I'm a little bit worried again for YFT though, to a certain degree, because they were just playing a very different style composition, like earlier this month as well, in a third-party tournament where they're running the Neon, the Double Initiator, a very aggressive style composition. So to veer so far away from this, it once again puts a lot of pressure on Muddy. And Muddy definitely woke up map 2 compared to map 1, but that was on a Waylay, again, more self-sufficient, I'd argue, util-wise, as compared to the Jet. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if somebody can drop, you know, 7.3 KDA like the first series. But already, look at this, John! Oh, no.
What a flash. Round's over, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Was that the quickest round in Valorant history? What the hell was that? And like, what?
I have no clue.
How many seconds was that? Did someone count in chat? Chat, you counting?
Chat, you counting? They'll count for us. But I'm more on the train of, didn't the desk say, okay, what happens though if you just won that pistol up against the double Senti, right? For that attack half. Now we get to see what happens if you just won that pistol, if the comp can't snowball subsequently. And we'll see if that theory gets proven right by this series.
Man, I'm still shell-shocked from that first one. Oh, Muddy is stuck in. Oh, I thought maybe, just maybe, the Trip wouldn't see the Jet, but they did. Unlucky.
It's an interesting light buy, right? Triple Guardian, double pistols. Wonder if they're gonna get Vandals and they themselves want a snowball in the subsequent rounds. Maybe an op.
Spam, 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 spam. Don't let Ziv get a kill. Oh,
Ooh,
nice. There
too
you go.
early on the swing.
Yeah, way too early. Still blinded. Knife kill, knife kill, knife kill. 2 players at your back. Knife kill, knife kill.
Enemy remaining.
Nah, not happening. Not happening. Atlas creeping through mid. Determined to make this round a little bit longer.
Spike planted.
Yeah, looking for a one-off to find. B-Dog low HP. Prime suspect, but bunch of cleared of all charges. AG Academy get up to a flawless on their second. And now this is where we get to see the creativity of that buy pattern come through. Do they get a double vandal? Do they get a sniper rifle? Like, what is the plan here? Outlaw? Interesting. Considering it should be full shields on the other side. Well, it's actually lighting some regen because you guys make some damage. Okay, I see your moves. But good recall just the sheriff. Still keeping it light. Just trying to get money, I guess. Early built savings, you know, for a rainy day.
A gift.
Let's see. Like the early trip from Moobs. But yeah, just to set up on this angle, Atlas trying something a little bit different with this wall. Just playing on top of it right now. Gonna kind of cover cats, sit in tree area, and swing as soon as there's an inkling of a player beneath. But yeah, they are very well trained. As someone could be on the top of this one. Someone waiting for it. Still gets a kill, though. That's a freebie.
Yeah, Guardian's not the prime weapon to break a stage wall with, to say the least. So a little freebie. No smokes on the engage now. It's going to be the harder part of this equation for EG to calculate. It got a bit easier, though, with that opener.
Into the site. Okay. Sure. Sure thing, Moobs. Whatever you say.
Yeah. That's the vice wall. Why not? Oh, no way
nice
to get a
money
bigger
going
kill.
up too.
Redundant.
Oh, Ziff ends up killing Moobs, although now is left on an island. Is EG slowly encapsulating this site. There's going to be a dart that hits. They know Ziff is here, so they're hunting, sniffing out these other 2 players before they try anything. Now they know Ziff is backside completely. Thorns are going to get popped. So Ziff has only one angle to look forward to now as, well, the nade-ins are coming in. They still ends up getting a kill. In fact, 2, more than what was needed there from Ziff. 3 for the Vice. Spike goes down. Darkest is going to pick up a Phantom. 2v1, little spam, little spray through the smoke. Atlas does end up going down. Another flashbang. Primed, ready to go. Throws it out, but Stallion way too far away for that to actually mean anything. Just holding the smoke now, waiting for a potential push out from Darkest. This Stallion that goes to the swing, a little tickle and a damage. Darkest denied the clutch. YFT on the board. EG only get 2.
Narrowly Stallion ekes away with that round and celebrates thus accordingly. I mean, whew. Yeah, a solo swing before back to the re-engagement. It was gonna get sour a bit, but it's Ziff on this anchor that really is the saving grace of YFT for this round. If he doesn't get that multi, this eco slips away, and that bonus strategy with Perpetual Guardians from EG Academy delivers. Now, though, they know they did enough damage to continue the Outlaw. Moves looking for that first blood streak yet again. Rescue up to Vandals. Phantoms, and that clutch antics from Darkest serves them a null command to guide any exec they wish.
Yeah, Moves back on the Outlaw. Love to see it. Ooh,
Oh,
shut down
hate
by
to see it.
Stallion as soon as I called it. Damn, unlucky. That's my bad moves. You can blame me for that one. All right, they end up popping the smoke. Fires that slow off. Just gonna walk through this one though. It is eventually gonna disappear. B-Dog. Okay, don't want to peek too far in. Atlas on the other side of that.
Does he see
Ziff
B-Dog?
actually spots. I think so. Yeah, the little ponytail there has been spotted out. No command popped, but Muddy double shotting
it's a
the
fake
KO.
now.
That's a free kill as well. There's no way
supposed to
they
be
can
a fake.
get the revive. Alice gets one and gets another. YFT
down,
players
defenders
coming
spawn.
up with more
Last player
than is
standing.
required. It's another round, surely. Recall on a 1v4. It's just not happening. Even with the spike in the back pocket.
Wow. The timing. Davy just to cap it off to tie us up 2-2, and I don't know, that round just felt a bit overcooked from EG Academy. I liked the idea of the no command fake out because they've been abusing the mid space with lack of senti util from YFT a few rounds in a row, but at this point it feels like they're trying to play good Valorant, and There's good Valorant and there's winning Valorant, and sometimes those are the same and sometimes they're a bit different. And EG focusing a bit too much on the former and are starting to lose out on what can be quite simple when you have a better buy, when you have a no command. And as a result, now they're down money-wise, buy-wise, where YFT can still nab that lead right back.
Same all for Atlas. Stop playing on top of this time, although it's a little bit further forward than it was previously.
Right here.
We just need to see EG. They just need to
Wait,
default and
did the
destroy the C-tail.
The wall...
I have no clue when they broke that. Did they
It
break
went
that?
down. I don't think they did. No, because there was no one near it. Unless
might
they
have, like,
shot
from Darkest, maybe from tiles
or something. Yeah.
Maybe.
Either that or it like bugged out and didn't spawn one of the pillars. I didn't really hear anything going
Like
on.
we
but
saw
there
it
we
when
go.
the slow was used, no?
Strange. All good. Not a problem. Gives Atlas an avenue of attack. All right, YFT. Gonna use that one. Okay.
Remaining.
It's a save here, of course, though.
Flawless.
Oh, come on. Through the smoke like that. All good. YFT with 3. That's a flawless round for them, too. Stacking up the credits.
It's a bit early for EG Academy's taste, but this is kind of that style of style of round where you might want a timeout just because it's the rifles. Again, it's YFT cementing themselves on a really defense-centered composition, and just the way in which they're taking these engagements to scream confidence and a border that you want to stop from careening down the hill. Fortunately, like I mentioned, it's a bit too early for their taste. They're waiting for the ultimates to come online with the buy. Again, 2 off from Jakey's, 1 off from the Blades and the Hunter's Fury, so this round they'll hopefully aim to get some of these ults out of YFT's hands, and they're also trying their hand a bit more committed to the A main fight, and Stallion's ready for it.
Okay. YFT very much feeling themselves right now. There's a paranoia. Might not even need it, to be honest, although Alice does go down. No res for YFT if they wanted to use that.
They saw your moves.
Yeah, moves is so far up. Again, testing the same space over and over and over again. Same trip over and over again.
Ooh.
They're not going to let you get away with that 2, 3, 4 times in a row.
And I love this. Stallion got numbers, backs out. They're not playing this risky. They're going to respect EG Academy, and if they want this A-Tate, they'll play retake against it with the Steel Garden from Ziff. So EG Academy, that's not their way. They want numbers back. They want to look for these kills first, or maybe even want to save, right? We mentioned how if they lost this round, it was going to be another eco. It was going to be YFT even further in the lead with 45 seconds left. It's not a call we get to make just yet.
And they're just talking about it on the desk, but it's so pivotal to win as many rounds as possible here for EG, going up against double
30
Senti on
seconds left.
defense. Got 2 under their belts, but YFT taking the ball by the horns. Again, by the keyboard, whatever you want to say it. But it's going to be a save here by the looks of things. Yeah, they're not even going to try. Jakey and Recall just saving the guns.
Yeah, and with YFT up 3-2 on pistols as well, you can't really hope that you
10
win
seconds
then
left.
your defensive pistol either, so especially why they would want Stark numbers before the side swap. I would say 4 would be really, really good for them. 4 to 5 is the goal. Halfway there now.
4 to 5. Damn.
That's what I need from them. Yeah,
Damn.
it's like I know it
4 is
seems
kind
like
of crazy low, no?
I know it seems so far out of like touch, but like when you've watched this many times and you see how sided it gets, you're just like, wow. Even like 9-3 or 10-2 sometimes just feels like it's so within grasp. Okay, last series 1 with Strawberry Rebellion Black, that's the exception, all right? We had Nature going crazy.
Yeah, Nature, that was just the Nature game.
A freak of nature.
Yeah, actually. All right, EG with a timeout. Better late than never here. YFT
Wish it
up
was
4.
last round.
Yeah, no
Wish it was
guns.
last round.
Well, kind of. They got a couple of rifles. Like luster for everybody else.
That plus Blades might be nice. If they play it slow and farm some orbs for moves, that could be good, especially since YFT, again, Double Senti aren't playing too outward with Muddy. Could be a way to maybe get some grounds into this eco, but at this point, it's like, we're so far from Breeze where they were getting spiked down every single round on their attack that it's like, whew, they need to way back into these sites at this point because they're getting clotheslined at the entrance.
Yeah, they put moves on this angle every round. There might be some backup for him this time. So if there is going to be a trade, someone with a rifle is going to be able to do it. Jakey is hanging around. Although looking tiles at the moment.
Could insta-paranoia too, maybe.
They're waiting to
Out of my way.
recon this. Muddy. Yeah, just waiting with the scope. I like B-Dog popping through mid really quickly. EG changing up the tempo quite significantly. Door is going to get popped. The wall gets tripped. That's the mid one down. Atlas on a wall of their own.
I can find the timing on the arch backstab too. If they want.
Someone at logs. Or you have to check logs. A good spot to do so. They're waiting for Money to find an opening pick, or even on the other side, flip side of things, Moves can finally get a pick onto Muddy. But with a scope like this, it might be a bit easier. Oh.
Or neither.
I didn't even hit him. All good. Muddy now down. Thorns popped, so no chance for the Jet to kind of take over this site, but Atlas falls on their wall. That was perched up on it too. Here comes B-Dog, straight looking at logs too. I think maybe, just maybe, they thought that they were safe as the Jet hit the updraft. Okay, that timeout.
30 seconds.
Fucking wonders, EG should be up to 3 as Stallion in the 1v5.
Yeah. Can't just like scoop up the op and save it. It's just Vandal in hand looking for some exits. Get their own ult online. Yeah, honestly, that timeout, it wasn't even too big picture because they've already been kind of playing for these splits in mid time and time again, but it was that pause that was clean, and it was an extra layer of recoil waiting for the Atlas backstab that's been giving YFT so many kills, whether it be via tiles or via mid. It's like they learned from their mistakes and they adapted the slightest part of their system to counter it. So, yeah, a huge turnaround. So shout out to Data there, but I'll put them up to 4-3. Okay, you I don't say you scoffed it, but you're like 4 to 5. How many is enough for you this half for EG Academy?
Give me 6. Give me
6? 6 with the double senti?
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I think your prediction's a little bit more accurate than mine. Yeah, probably take a nice 5. Look, I mean, they did
I can
that
see
on
the
a
Atlas
wonky
battle
buy.
stage going crazy next half.
Maybe. They did that on a wonky buy. Only 2 rifles, a set of knives for B-Dog. Using Mother's Best there to get a couple of kills.
That shot from B-Dog onto Devi was crazy on logs as well.
Exactly.
So if they hit that flow state like they did in the comeback attempt over on Pearl, completely different game.
Wow, straight in with a flash too to try and punish Muddy. B-Dog is running this Jet down. Pops the cloud burst.
Oh, into the dark cover.
Into the dark cover as well. Oh, the spam, the timing there. B-Dog got like temporarily blinded because he was exiting the smoke. But Jakey with the TP. Someone's going to have to bail this guy out because right now he's going to get collapsed on. 2 players looking directly towards him. Glass is not yet broken, but they see the Omen in the air through the brickwork. Jakey now sprayed over the back of it.
Not even scoped in. Want to get on the board up against moves here. Now you're back pedaling into a site that's been re-cleared by YFT following the Jakey Dark cover, and at least it'll be a 2v2 site.
Oh, don't give him the chance. Oh, Duckers just runs straight in. Sure, that works sometimes. Traded. Oh, recoil in a 1v4. YFT back in control.
Yeah, with the op placed in mid, they passed the one hole that was getting exploited by EG Academy, so huge pickup from YFT. Muddy also had a quiet start, so him getting some steam behind him will be huge for the continuance of this lead that YFT have found themselves in. The ult's only further complicating the issue for EG Academy, and it's going to be a big swing round for if it's a dominant lead or if it's that 4 to 5 rounds we were looking for, Jaws. And Hunter's Fury and moves one off from the Tour de Force. This is that style of round where I don't want them to overcomplicate, and I do just want to see what they would be able to accomplish. Again, snowballing, challenging Ziff head on. Or maybe even the off now that they know where it is.
Straight under Darkest arm. His arm was caught there, ready to throw some util. Straight under it. Unlucky.
Here.
Oh. Up. Hello. Not expecting that. Oh, maybe they are. Oh, B-Dog. Quick on the trigger. Kills Muddy elevated by that wall. They do have res.
Is the body in the wall? Where is it?
No, it's not. It's like flown back. So
why haven't we
resed? Chance for a res, yeah.
Why is it an insta res is my question. This is the swing round for the half. This would get you up to 6.
Oh, not scoped. Oh, didn't matter.
And now I ask again how I haven't rezzed. There we go.
Oh, they hit it. All good. No one panic. Stallion now trying to hide in the smoke for a brief moment. Teleport straight onto the site, straight into the line of sight of 3 players.
Whoa.
The big round here, potentially. It's a 4v2 YFT with the 2.
You just get the op and go. Do you use the Steel Garden?
Right. I think at this point in the game, especially with door closed, it feels like a dip. But we'll see. I just don't think there's any way. There's just not enough time. They can play time at this point. Grab the op and then sprint away. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah, I think if they got one kill, they would have invested the ult and gone for it, but that spray doesn't connect from Ziff. They make the call, and EG will get up at least to that minimum threshold of 4 rounds here, and it really is off of B-Dog just taking that dive into the mid, finding the wall creativity, kill onto Muddy, and all right.
That kill wasn't even scoped. Still hits the quick scope on him.
B-Dog is like such a consistent entry when he's just directly fighting for EG Academy, I've noticed. Happened on Breeze. I didn't get to see as much of it as I wanted to over on Pearl, but here it's back, front and center. Just multi-kills when called upon. And I think that's something here. 8 and 6, it's letting them some more stability on this attack and why maybe they're reminding themselves, hey, let's keep it simple. Let moves lurk. We go 4 strong into a main and see what we can do up against Stallion.
Oh, Stallion. And revealed by the dart. Yeah, Muddy's out of the mid as well now. So a reposition from the Jet maybe. Dives in the back pocket too if the time calls for it.
All right. Hunter's Fury on both sides. Retake ults aplenty for YFT if they want to give up A. Is it going to be moves versus Muddy again? The question of the hour. Just a minute left.
Yeah, they're really training down the bank at this point. They haven't really made any progress. They got a little bit A main, sure. Little TP as well for information. Love that coming through from Stallion. Op in mid. Muddy gets it off the lines. Actually, he's just going to post up.
Didn't
the little bench.
It.
Okay, now they're going to go for it. Hunter's Fury being popped on A. Spike still this side of things. Muddy gets taken out. A lot of assists coming through as they spotted a few players on this site already, but they haven't got much time. They can't counteract this. They can't go B, so they have to make the most of it here. Jakey gets backside darkest. Gets a couple of kills. There's now Ziff on his lonesome. 3 players stand in his way, plus a defuse of taking this round for YFT. Otherwise, this is EG up to 5.
Think they save again? Everyone can buy, but Ziff, it looks like, right? Oh, well, he may be covered with a light shield, too.
Gonna make that choice for them. All good. EG with 5 rounds against the double Senti on attack.
Yeah. And that's one of those rounds where you really just want, like, the IGL to be authentically honest with you to see how deep the planning for that round was. Because to me, it felt like a double bluff from Darkest where it's like, hey, we've done the solo null command play as a fake out before. Are we doing it this time, right? There was that delayed presence in tree, that silent scaling that made it seem like Darkest was alone. And then suddenly they're collapsing inwards at the same time on that split. And happy coincidence or not, it worked out to a degree. They come together, they get this round, and they get the tie. Now they're keeping that momentum up.
Close. Double Cloudburst Naya in already. Hunter's Fury's gonna halt the push temporarily, but a wide swing from B-Dog gets shut down. Almost perfect timing there. The bow was drawn.
Still haven't gotten past the Vice either.
Trying to go in there as well. Has to run out for the Steel Garden. At least gets the single trade.
Last player standing.
I'm just not going to make this one out alive, unfortunately. It's moves. What is this? Oh, dearie me.
I saw it on the mini-map and like a teammate pointed it out. That's that kind of moment. Wow. YFT up to 6. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I praised B-Dog's entries there, but you know you have a hard time getting past Ziff on this entry, so B-Dog should not be the one fighting into spawn there. It should be after you've handled the Vice on site, after you've secured the spike plant, especially when there's a Steel Guard in the mix and you know the time's going to be your enemy. So maybe they thought the Vice fell back to play the Steel Garden from spawn. Who knows? But the round lost. Money decent for the last round of the half here. determine if, hey, maybe you're just psychic and it is that 6-6. It's not like that's your minimum. That's what it was going to be.
Let's play.
Oh, okay, now the free op here for moves. Tour de Force pops. They're not going to give you a second free kill like that, Stallion. I hate to break it to you.
I like it. They've again learned from their mistakes though. Last time Stallion could get away with that free kill through the one way. They adapt it, they delay it, they add the extra util where it's required, and they get away unscathed, right? A main falls to their control, they get the fight towards sight. Concern is that it is 3 strong with a trap off the paranoia, ready to go.
Yeah, but E-Dog's already in with those knives. Little right click, insta kill onto Stallion, stays alive as well to get a second onto the Hell player.
Here's the trade.
He's done enough though. No trade coming in for
Recoil,
the
got it.
Ziff kill. Recoil with one, yep. No trade off the top of that though, as Muddy now with the op. Let's make a tough decision. Oh, good jump up from Jakey as well. Knives are drawn, of course, but there's just not enough firepower behind that. EG at the half, making it 6.
Switching sides.
E-Dog's like, I'm sorry for the last round, I'll make up for it now. Get past the paranoia, full commits to the blade, then gets the trade-off gun to continue fragging up a storm. And I was worried of the delay on the trade, but recoil comes through. Jakey leverages that aggression even further, right? The Omens is prime. And just like that, yeah, that is not what you wanted to be scoreline-wise if you were YFT. It's exactly what EG Academy were hoping for, though. Now YFT, we mentioned that pistol record lightly in their favor this series. They are really going to be trying to drive that fact home.
Oh, I fear a pistol win here for EG will be hurting a little much for YFT. Early knife, like it. Gonna reveal a bunch, you got to imagine. Oh, 4 players. Okay, and that prompts the A push from EG. Look at this. 3 players from EG making their way out of A main now.
Whoa!
Okay, well, happens, I suppose. Unfortunate. Mid control. Surely they're not expecting this one. Well, they end up getting a small trade as YFT, they trade up. EG with 1 player left alive. Smoops has got enough bullets for each one of them. The Headhunter. In fact, enough for 2 bullets each.
A little unfair then. Aw. Only gets to use 2 bullets.
Got 1 off.
Yeah.
You get used 2 or 1? I don't know. It doesn't
Used
matter.
2. It doesn't matter, yeah. Round goes YFT's way, and they lean on the pistol. And again, I feel like the pistol and the ecos have been so creative from EG, like in the planning department, 10 out of 10, and then execution, it's like, 6 out of 10. Or in this case, math, what is it? They've gotten 2 out of 4 pistols, I think. So then even worse, but oh no, that makes this a competitive game, we argued, right? We said if not, then EG might start to pull ahead, might start to run away with things. Now that it's double Senti on the defense, now that Muddy, we mentioned, I didn't even notice that he's 2-10. Holy, he needs to come alive as a solo duelist on the attack for YFT. And that's where EG Academy, I'm surprised. I'll give them some credit. That's an eco that they're playing so far forward. And that's already what YFT should be struggling in, is engaging into them.
Safety be away for moves. EG just with these pistols. Like the aggro plays, but yeah, YFT kind of ready for that. I hear the drone. Another peek out in mid with that Headhunter. No heads found. Wow, Buddy is deep already. Good shot onto Jakey too. All right, you wanted it, you got it. Coming alive on the attack, hopefully, after that 1 kill. Man, Moobs is on a mission. He's unlocked every part of this map, discovered every zone. How has he made his way back and no one's noticed? They get to collapse too with the Headhunter. Oh no. Absolute disaster. Threaded the needle. There's no part on the map Moobs has not explored at this point. He's going back to tree. He might get another backstab. No, Atlas eventually shuts down the terror that is Moobs. Bulldog for B-Dog.
His namesake. It's his weapon. Can he win the 1v2 out with it? That's the question. Reposition had Muddy trade on the wrong angle, but the smoke dissipating, they will be doubled up from main, waiting on the spike tape with spike planted for them. Very difficult to finish the job No shield, no smokes, no nothing for B-Dog to break up this double stack.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that tap comes in, they're creeping forward, going for the swing. I mean, there's just no chance. Despite move heroics. Yeah, Stalion's going to take one last look. And one last death to the tally for Stallion. Gonna be able to get out? Nope. Not today. YFT up to 8. Damn, I mean, look. Still, that was a save for EG, but it didn't feel like it. By any stretch of the imagination.
One enemy remaining.
Not at all. And again, I feel like that's a big occurrence for EG is they'll make these eco runs so close and then just not close them out. And it's like something you need to study. It's like how many of these ecos are within 1 kill of conversion for this team, and how can they drive that it factor into conversion, because it would change the game so much for them. I mean, think about how this first series, the first map started with when EG eco the second round. For now, weapons in hand, still maintaining that aggressive style because moves is on the chamber. This is where he mentioned they needed to adjust their game plan to the comp YFT brought to the table. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of this, but moves. Yeah, I was gonna say I need more convincing.
Tried to run and gun past the wall. I mean, he did trigger the wall, to be fair, so yeah, you don't hate it. We got a kill there. That would have been hilarious, but he didn't. No one's complaining about the run and gun here.
And YFT taking it slow, looking for their ones. I like the grouping on B site. It's gonna be primed perfectly for the split if they commit to it. Sage Wall already invested. Is hefty for them not to actually be committing here, but instead going for the late A splits. And Darkest, 7 seconds left on the knife. Don't think it's gonna quite come up in time, so has to play one and done. Ooh,
2 seconds.
There we go.
Nade choke hits the knife on the corner. That should reveal quite a few. That blind's going to be good as well. But Buddy, I think that potentially was the no scope there onto Darkest. Inferior weaponry for YFP.
Here.
But they got the heart.
Spike planted.
Spike planted as well as EG now try and just barrel out of this mid position. But YFT just dominating EG. Oh, and Buddy's going to make it look a little interesting too. Oh, he gets the kill as well. YFT up to 9. Talking about how impressive was EG. Got 6 on their attack against double Senti. And then YFT doing this.
And what did I do? I called Buddy out at 2 and 10, now 6 and 10. So 4 kills already in the last 3 rounds. Yep. Mentioned him needing to come alive. He looked like he was having fun in those final kills of the last round for sure. But Atlas on this Sage, 18 and 12 right now, fronting the bill of keeping this team afloat. And yeah, 1 off from double digits. I'm surprised. EG, we're gonna need a timeout at the next round. Or maybe they're just waiting to see what happens in this one. And the game plan just not aligning against the slow pace from YFT or the Stark speed up that they've been able to achieve. Which kind of reminds me of how they played their attack on Pearl as well, and EG had a hard time keeping tabs on it. Ooh.
Okay. Thought he could outpace the drone. He's still got to teleport away. He's going to throw the vines as well at him. Okay. Or the thorns even. I guess they're vines too. Let's have a look at moves. He's just going to stay here. I mean, the safety TP, there is a wall, dart, knife. Like, they're using a lot of time to actually clear moves out. They eventually get him off. Thorns are going to get popped as well towards market side. Moves ends up getting a kill on Atlas of all people. So now YFT going to try and make their way in. A jump forward for the scope. But YFT still with positioning now. Moves is backside. So YFT still need to get a move on and clear him. There it is. Okay, and now they can fight forward. Darkest with a double shot, double sheriff kill.
Jakey
now
cannot
he's
fall
at
here.
2v1. He's got the weapon, Darkest. You just got to bait yourself. You just got to bait yourself. Jakey, there it is. The swing, perfectly timed. EG hit the thrifty round to make it 7.
Wow, and we need a moves POV stat on the Atlas kill. I think that was on a Sage Wall. It had to have been. He didn't have a rendezvous. He was positioned back sight. That completely stops the forward pressure that they were hoping to achieve. And that's after YFT did a really good job handling the market presence that was so strong from an unexpected almost from EG Academy as fast as it was primed there. So all in all, both sides again, giving and taking, pushing and pulling each side to their limits. 2 rounds trailing for EG Academy though. Money stabilizing. YFT on their last legs in that regard. Which would open the door for the tie.
No forward position for moves in B. Just staying in pizza. Gonna drone this one out. It's destroyed. Oh, that's a lot of reveals. That's a lot of scans. You don't falter though. Look, they're not moving off of A at all. Waiting for another sort of show of presence, show of force by YFT. Well, that'll do it. Yeah, B-Dog, prime with a pistol already. Hoping to get a classic kill. Moves, hits an op shot, TP's away. And then Stallion doesn't check Bowhouse. Knives to B-Dog. It's going to gracefully glide around the corner and it'll updraft 2. Dunked in the head, though, as the spike planted.
Huge win, but the reflood prime for EG. That's where the Hunter's Fury comes out.
Yeah, that's a car. That's one tag. Make that a second. Moves goes down. YFT looking to make this double digits. Recoil and Jakey got a tall task ahead of them, but Money hands them a free kill. Recoil swings for another. A good blind as well. Trapped behind the box. Jakey goes for it as well, but the swing out from Davey. That's 4. That's a spike plant as well. YFT up to 10. They're making these attack rounds look easy.
Wow, and that's both team round impact and individual fragging power wrapped up in one. From the Hunter's Fury to the finishers after that fact, he's the one that kept that retake from coming to fruition from EG Academy. And whew, EG Academy, yeah, these retakes on a sense, non-existent right now. And that's why I think they're going back to the more aggro style approach, right? Yeah, it's Nico. Yeah, B-Dog has the hero rifle, but look at this. Double prime for moves on the Tour de Force.
Oh, and he's still blind. He was blinded. Or maybe half blinded.
Get out of my way.
Yikes. Take that one if you moves, though. You're happy with that. Knives. B-Dog. Wine checked. Okay. And a gun even picked up by Muddy. Okay, well, now here comes the challenge. Getting past Moves is Tour de Force, and even Jakey's banded too. I'll take the free gun, thank you very much.
Whoa!
That's a Moves round. Thrifty from EG.
Wow. I mean, at this point, it feels like EG Academy are just living off of the ecos, right? Just every time it feels like they're getting counted out. You get rounds like that from players like Moobs. You get Dark as the 2-piece of the Sheriffs earlier. Like, whew. Can keep them within touching distance, but at this point, we need consistency, not blips. They need to at least make up this 2-round deficit. I haven't seen enough of that just yet, but they've broken the bank, right? Only Atlas with a hero rifle now could be exactly what they need to make it 1 round trailing instead of the 2 they've been stuck in.
It would change of how they approach this B main as well with the flash through early. Didn't work last time with Moves getting a kill, but they're still going to try it. There is a wall too. So YFT almost kind of free to back out now at this point. They're sending a drone up mid to clear pizza. They see and hear. Oh, whoa, Muddy.
Deploying drone.
That was cheeky, trying to get a little something off the back of that wall trigger.
Oh. At this point, Muddy's a bit further forward commitment-wise for YFT here. Into switch already with a classic. Gets the door closed. Now, at this point, you have a big decision to make. Muddy had forward presence, but so does Stallion. And that rotate's been tracked. B-Dog will now allow the rest of the team to hopefully get a jump on this rotate, this retake. And even then, it's going to be a 4v5 on the site because look at Muddy. Still backtracking over.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it will be B-Dog that might pick up Muddy here. But, I mean, YFT they've sprinted over to A. A lot of free space gained by Stallion that entire time. Paranoia now held in hands as EG try and make it up. Muddy jiggle peeking shouldn't be too much of an issue for B-Dog to NG here. Might even have another kill in his sights. Moobs picks up the kill onto Atlas, but Ziff is just going to wait in this smoke. Oh, he's not checking it. The pistols are still good. And now Ziff in a 1v2. Spike is down, gonna get defused. EG up to 9. As YFP, even on the back of that pistol round, they still get Spike down and still do economic damage.
Yeah. I mean, 2 players walking away when it's already a thin line that EG Academy have been walking is profound off the double lurk setup that they did have between Muddy and between Stallion. But again, it wasn't stable in the long run. It was just playing out the util they had left in the tank. And that's where EG were able to break through. So, all right.
That works.
Just kind of charging up these ults, and now the weapon's matching them for YFT to keep the lead they've established and held on to after that 3-round streak that kicked off the half. EG, this is their time to break through, and I know it would have been early, but maybe that one round where you wish you had an extra timeout to utilize just to make sure you don't mess it up.
They're not going to give Moves a chance here with that op over on B. Actions all the way going down on A right now. Hunter's Fury opt. Okay, there's not pretty much of anything was gained there. Null command. On the flip side, for Darkest. Okay. Calm before the storm again.
Jakey,
Try and go
the
quick.
damage corner.
Good kill onto Muddy. Tap,
There's a
tap,
smoke.
tap away, just in case. And the resurrection comes through. The nade's going to destroy the wall, but they didn't check this corner. Not with Jakey lying in wait.
Down A.
3 players walked up to him, 3 kills. Now Ziff in a 1v5. That was just execution there from YFT. I mean, they put the wall up, they got the res, the nade destroyed a chunk of it, sure, but they just 3 players didn't check the one corner Jakey was sitting in.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Jakey. Give Jakey the kill. 3 of them spanning the corner. Darkest with a 3rd. Alrighty. What an incredible round.
And that's where you
Hey, look
just
at
wanted
this.
Muddy to have some support on the entry to begin with, right? Like that 1v1 tree side shouldn't have happened. The res and the wall was a nice touch, but like you mentioned, a fatal corner not cleared, and I'm guessing this is YFT's first time out. We talked about the deficit EG Academy have been trailing by, and they have finally caught up, and now the money is reset. EG Academy in position to pull ahead just as they're nearing the finish line.
Oh boy. Complete mirror here going from round 13 to round 20. End up trading a couple of rounds from round 16, round 17, but oh boy, EG are coming back in a big way. Partially because of how well Moves has been doing too. He's got the scope this time, looking like he wants to go mid. They didn't give him an opportunity to get additional like space or even a kill in B main last round. So he's changing the game plan as YFT taking a timeout. What are the big things you'll be talking about here if you're YFT? Only got pistols, obviously, for this round. They've got sheriffs.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the reason why Moves is seated up is because YFT haven't been leaning into the B main, into the B fights as heavily as they were. And that's where Moves, other thing, struggling a bit to find those first bloods, right? They were pretty heavily leading in YFT's favor. So I do like for the eco, they are starting tile side again. But when you have sheriffs and a stinger, I'm not too sure that Moves is going to be too thwarted on this line. Anyways.
Dodges the flash. Dodges the dart. Still has TP. I love it from Moves. See if he gets the kill. Oh, not quite. Unfortunate. Gun in sort of an unrecoverable spot. It would be awkward if they wanted to go for this. And EG are guarding this one with their lives. Yeah, and then not checking a corner again. B-Dog picks up
Wait a
2 in
minute.
mid. Steel Garden. What a play. Rico has to now pull out the Glock.
Player
That's
standing.
all. He didn't expect it to be that close. He just ran straight into that one.
Oh, almost beat it out. Timing found. Jakey is so close. Just
Yeah.
the ping pong off Rio Coil's contact. The bait and switch again. Set. Point.
So
Made.
easy. EG with 11. Oh boy. This is getting dangerous for YFT now, even after that timeout. can't quite clutch a round up. They were on pistols. Wow, really didn't expect them to hang around that long in B main, huh?
Wow. 10 to 11. This is the round that YFT has to win. I'm surprised they didn't bring a second timeout, right? You lose this, you're broke, and EG are sitting on 12 on map on series point. One step closer. Gaining entrance to that qualification match next week, and for them being a momentum team, Recoil has the Odin, Moves has the Operator. It is a lethal combo for a reason. YFT trying to take all that they've learned about this B side. Once again, kind of priming for this split. Once again, Moves unthwarted, still holds the line.
If you missed the games yesterday, the Odin play on Ascent, words can't really describe what we witnessed.
Hey, well, yesterday, even earlier
word
today.
comes to mind. Slaughter. It was a slaughter. Also true. Yeah. Let's have a look how. Yeah, they end up pivoting here because time's ticking here and they've not moved.
No contact on either side. Yeah. And trademark still up. Moves is still on the line, and your initiator that would get him off of it is mid instead of main. I'm a bit nervous.
They got to commit to B here. It feels like B main is still not really truly theirs. They're still getting pushed off. Muddy's going to updraft. He's going to get in. He's on Boathouse. Moves ends up TPing back to the site after that miss. Op shot. Muddy shuts him down now as they are barreling onto the site and actually get Darkest off of an angle. A teleport play from Jake. He passed the smoke. Shut down by Atlas. Quick heal. Recoil. B-Dog. Last players alive here for EG. As YFT, they burned down the clock, but they burned down ED's defenses on B. A flawless round to bring us to 11 to 11.
Yeah, it's like EG are the ones that got messy in the brink of time, right? Moves, swings, Darkest gets isolated, and then suddenly Recoil is thinking like, hey, if I can stop the spike down with one player off site, we may be able to cinch this in the last second, right? No coordination. It all goes to the wayside, and that must-win round goes YFT's way. Money at least still stable for EG Academy to make another go at map point first here, but just the way in which that was a flawless for YFT as well screams confidence. And they're running it back.
Dart flash used already. Move still on this line. Cloud burst. Waiting for someone to get inside the smoke. On the line, he sits and picks up a kill. Spike dropped as well, but they got plenty of time if they want to regain control of mid, maybe, or even towards that A side. But Moves has done his job.
Okay. Pivot there. Jakey's been a formidable anchor to say the least, and with a Paranoia in tow, should be able to delay some of this tree presence and reach the minute mark.
Oh, nice spot by Jakey too. They're going to throw a flash in towards
Not
tree,
commit.
even pop that smoke. A little bit too scared to get out of that one, but Muddy's already in. Already taking care of Recoil, so that's the close to heaven player dealt with. Thorns at the feet of Darkest.
They're waiting to
Has
see
to
if
kind
Alice
of
finds
lie in
something.
wait. But they're going to cancel.
From the shadows back boat. B-Dog still hasn't found Atlas.
30 seconds left.
The backside right now, B-Dog ends up killing Atlas. Knife's going to get popped as well. Expecting the players to just barrel onto the site, and that's exactly what they've done. YFT going to get this plant down as the rotations from Narnia come through from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, should have some time to regroup here.
Spike planted.
One smoke, double TPs, Darkest. Hopefully that 0 point will come online soon as well to kickstart the retake, but it's gonna be a difficult one.
So many players backside right now.
Oh, 25 seconds, no time for that info either. Gotta contact in and hope.
Yeah, Thorns are going to get popped as well. They know Ziff is there, but they don't know. And there might be another one lying in wait.
Last player standing.
All the riches belong to YFT this round. Up to map and match point. 12 to 11. Even after losing your big intel gatherer so early on to Moves, they still come up with the round win. It was
Yeah,
honestly a heads-up play by Talion. Teleporting backside B just locked it in for them.
And to me, what actually disrupted the round more than anything was Muddy slipping through tree and finding that kill under recoil, right? Because Darkus and Jakey didn't fully commit to that flash paranoia play to see whoever might have been isolated on the deep lines. They just didn't expect someone to have slipped the net. And that might be just how this map even slips away. Stinger. Compliment the rest of their buy to try and force this towards an overtime's not a great look. Wow, Prez online too. YFT gonna pull out all the stops to get this last round through.
Yeah, there's no ults on the side of EG here. Well, maybe, just maybe a tour de force from Moobs. He only needs the single kill. I mean, look at this change up as well, as if
Not ready yet.
pulling out the op, sitting way far back.
Because we are actually swing into him.
Making an aggro play.
Just clear main off the arc rows.
I mean, they're in on A already. They've made their way through tree. Glass has already been destroyed. They spot the teleport, so Moobs is going to be trapped near this hell side. Actually, it's trapped in hell right now. Has to watch his team maybe crumble on this site. Jakey positions himself under the heaven angle, takes down Atlas. AB is going to try and go for the swing, but Jakey stands tall with 3. Stallion, not baited by the TP though, and now the 1v1 with B-Dog on the other side of the door.
Doesn't even break door. Just goes for the silent heaven scaling. This should be predictable for Stallion then.
Yeah, there's only one way they can really come from, and that's perfect. Well, actually debating, in fact, that maybe an A main push is possible. The time has elapsed where that is probable. B-Dog gonna have to shoot to get the silent drop onto the bricks, but it's not gonna happen. Stallion with the 4. They clutch up for YFT on Ascent, and they advance through to the Swiss.